All right. It looks like we finally made it back into the live. I swear, this is like a regular occurrence every time I try to come in. But hey, guys, Aloha Friday. It's good to see everybody. And I hope you're enjoying your beginning of your weekend so far. Let me just turn the live chat on. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And just to let you know, if you are new, the way that this works, Aloha Friday is a casual little check in hangout. We pull some cards, we do some channeled messages. You can treat these messages as like a weekend reading if you want. Or if you're catching this after the fact, these readings are timeless, you know? These messages are timeless. Whenever you're guided to come to this video is when you're guided, right? Even if it's like a year later. What else? Talk a little astrology sometimes. We hang out a little bit in the beginning. It's like a weekly, but even more casual. And it's on Friday. But yeah, Aloha Friday. I hope everybody is doing fabulous today. Words. Sorry. Sorry. So, in getting ready for this live, obviously, I always like create the space and like sit with my team for a little bit, but I also felt the need to check where the moon was. And I'm glad I did. I was like, oh, the moon's in Capricorn. It's working with Uranus. Well, almost, not quite yet. It's gearing up, but I think that's going to be an interesting vibe this weekend on top of Mercury being square Mars, like I said, in Patreon, oh my God, in the Patreon live yesterday for those who are here. Hey guys, hey fam. Uh, Words, sorry. I've been hyper focused a little bit on the Mars energy this week, and I also put a little channeling out in the beginning of the week. Some of you might have missed it, the algorithms. If you missed that channeling, it was like a 3 or 5 minute video, just kind of offering a little bit of guidance on working with some of this square Mars energy. And Mars has gone from squaring Vesta to now squaring Mercury. I almost said Taurus. Well, it isn't Taurus. Squaring Mercury and Taurus, which is a very different vibe. But even amongst that, there are some things that Spirit wanted me to focus on as we kind of get into just this like general discussion of some things that are probably in our awareness right now, some things that are probably, that we benefit from discussing pretty much before we get into the collective read. And I will talk a little bit more about the astrology implications there with Moon, Uranus, and also Mercury, Mars. But before we get there, if you've seen the title, you already know what I'm going to be speaking about. Let me do a little actually, let me catch up on the comments, and then I'm going to do a timestamp and we'll dive in. But just to give a little gist of where the focus is at today. Let's see. Feeling fabulous. Yummy. Love it. Have I missed something? No. We just got started, Zoe. We just got started. Hey, Alejandra. Hey. Doing fabulous. Been hermit mode all week. I'm guessing it just began. Today was half crunchy, half yummy. Already? I don't know what time zone you're in, but for me, it's like the day, like, now the day's just getting started. There's a lot of daylight left in my time zone. Your hair looks amazing. Thank you. I actually am on the verge of cutting it because it's getting a little wild. Not totally unmanageable, but it's getting wild and it's making me a little nuts. I do cut my own hair and it's about that time. I've been trying to grow it out. Not like you all need to know this, but I've been trying to grow it out because I've been growing my sides out for the last Lord, 18 months or so. Oh, it's almost been a year and a half that I've been growing out my sides because I used to have my sides shaved. And I think it's time. I think it's time. Hope you're having a good week at the airport. Oh, I hope you're going somewhere fun, or maybe you were somewhere fun and you're going home. But either way, hope your trip experience has or will be fun. Aloha, everyone. Hi. London. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So your day is like done. Today's a lot better for me. I feel light. Good. Let's see. Been wanting to shave mine off. I definitely have moments like that when I'm in the shower and I'm doing all the things you need to do for curly hair, especially. And it's like, I definitely have moments like maybe every few months or so, like, I just need to cut it off, I just need to shave it off, be done. Have you ever put coconut oil on it? No, my hair does not like it. My hair does not like coconut oil. I have low porosity, very, very fine curly hair. And I'm a type 3 curl type for my curly people who know what I'm talking about. It's very frustrating. I'll be honest. I've wanted to talk about it because it's very frustrating to have curly hair that is fine and low porosity because most hair care products are not geared towards that at all. Like most curly hair products are geared towards very thick curls or even high porosity curls. And so getting a good clarifier is nearly impossible. I've never found one in all the years I've attempted. Still don't have one. So I try my best, but I just don't. The products are not available for my low porosity, fine curly hair people, and it's infuriating. And coconut oil is like such a big go-to for also moisturizing, because if you have curly hair, even this does not mean to be a whole TED talk on curly hair, but we're casual, we're hanging out, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. For people who have straight hair and like are not like familiar with curly hair requires moisture. Even if you have low porosity, high porosity, fine, medium, thick, whatever, it requires moisture. But if you have low porosity, you need to be clarifying your hair and scalp very frequently. And which also means, with it being fine as well, it can't handle a lot of heaviness. And so a lot of companies just throw coconut oil in there, shea butters, and all kinds of heavy butters and heavy oils. Any fine curly hair people, it just completely weighs it down and it like oversaturates it, and it's impossible to clean it. And plus, it just weighs it down and it doesn't look as good. So it's a never ending aggravation. Never ending. If I had the bandwidth and the resources to just like make a hair care line for people like me, I absolutely would. There's the whole other frustration of the fact that like they put so much crap of like harmful chemicals and shit in hair care products. Even the ones that are supposed to be clean, they have crap in them, and it just like it's infuriating. It's infuriating. And I feel like, again, didn't even need the whole TED talk here. I'm doing a lot of writing about this in my downtime. Like the last decade, I would say there's been so much just like atrocious violation to the health of people who buy these products, especially people with curly hair, and the amount of hair loss lawsuits that have ensued because of it. Even Native, I was shocked when I found out that Native, with their shampoo and conditioners, and I think it was for the curly line in particular, that they got in trouble because they had some crap in there that was making people lose their hair when they were not even supposed to have it in there in the first place, and they're supposed to be clean with like only a few ingredients. And it's just like the whole thing's infuriating. The whole thing is a thing, and I'm clearly very passionate about it. But hair, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I will take it. Let's see. She has a really good detangler. We use it, made for low porosity. It's NOU. Next of us is the company. Wait. Hold on. Let me come back up here. I felt so bad when I realized my kiddo had low porosity hair. It took me like 5 years to realize she is 6. That would be hard if you're a parent and you're trying to figure out your child's hair. Like, my mom definitely had a lot of trouble with that when I was growing up, because she has very straight hair, very, very straight hair, but very fine hair. And yeah, I think when I was like 7, she just was like, F it, I can't figure it out. But what's this one? Hold on a second. I'll write this down. NOU. Okay. Next us. I'll look at them. The amount of hair care products I have tried in my day, I could probably do a review for everything you could find in like a typical store like Target or Walmart. I'm pretty sure I've tried them all literally at this point. Is Native still a no-go? I wouldn't trust it. I would not trust it. I was shocked that DevaCurl is still on the shelf. Like, how are they getting away with still selling products after all of the shit that they got in trouble for? But yeah, with Native, it's like a lot of people aren't talking about it that much. So when I came across that information, I was floored. And this happened like 6 months ago with Native. The news came out 6 months ago, and they're still in court proceedings, I think, or fines or whatever. So I don't know if it's still safe. Who knows? Who knows with all these companies? Who freaking knows? It's not like they care, right? Would you consider making your own hair care products? I would need resources first for that. And I would need the right people. And I'm not opposed to it. I literally do not have the resources or bandwidth right now. But that would be amazing. That's an amazing little manifestation for down the line. I respect anybody who's put in the time and the money to create a hair care line, but also at the same time, people create these hair care lines, and it's like you find out they got shit in there that like is bad for you, right? Like hormone disruptors and all kinds of things like that. I went through another round recently of trying again to like find something else that I haven't tried yet. And it's always just frustrating. And then I thought I found one, and then I realized one of the ingredients, I can never pronounce these things. Um, Pantheoxanol, I believe is how you pronounce that. I could be mispronouncing it. Pantheoxanol. I think that's how it's spelled. That's used a lot because I'm pretty sure it's an emulsifier, but it's a major hormone disruptor, and it's not illegal to use it. So, but a lot of these um, more a lot of these hair care lines that are supposed to be gearing towards the demographic for people who want like cleaner products or healthier products will use it because it's also cheap and affordable. And I was shocked at like who else uses it. Like I have an aloe vera gel, not a hair gel, but it's like you can actually just put it on your skin, but you can also put it in your hair if you want to. And then I saw that was in there, and I was like, damn it. Like, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from it. The closest I have come company wise to feeling okay about using their products is EcoSlay. I do like them a lot. They do use, I would say they're like 90 something percent natural. Like if you look at their ingredients, it's literally like marshmallow root and like things like that. I like them a lot. And because they are mostly natural, the products, you have to like keep them in the fridge and things like that because they will go bad because they're mostly natural. And I have had good experience with them. The only thing is like all their products are really heavy. So my fine hair does not love it. So if I do use it, I have to be like super careful. I can't use it all often. And it's a whole thing. It's just like, anyway, again, this was not supposed to be a video like this. Bantana shampoo, oils, and conditioner as well. Let's see. Inner Sense. I looked at Inner Sense, and a lot of people have reported really terrible scalp reactions, and they eventually become allergic because of the amount of essential oils that they're using in there. And I already have a sensitive scalp. So if you don't have a sensitive scalp, Inner Sense is probably a really great alternative. I can't use it because my scalp is sensitive, and I don't need to develop an allergy of any kind. But that has been a huge report by people using Inner Sense. When I tell you I like do deep dives on these products, I do deep dives because I'm getting older. And as we get older, you know, the body has a harder time, you know, maintaining things, right? So just trying to do right by my body as best I can. I love taking care of my hair with natural stuff. Yeah. If you can go natural, like natural, like making it in your kitchen, definitely give it a try. Um, with a lot of research behind you and everything. European products are safer. CE regulations are strict. I love organic grow. Oh, that's one I haven't heard of. Let me write that one down. Organic grow. Let's see. You should do videos on these deep dives. I may one day. My patrons know what I'm talking about. I might. I might. I don't know. We'll see. They just want money. Yeah. They just want money. And don't even get me started on the whole, hi, buddy. Don't even get me started on the whole implication too of like targeting specific demographics and all the crazy shit that goes on there, right? Especially people of color. It's a whole other thing. I hate that awful dry, chalky feel some shampoos give to hair, like they want us bald. Honestly, there have been moments where I'm like, am I getting into conspiracy theory mode? Like, because honestly, that's how I feel sometimes when like after doing all of this legwork, all this research, all like over the course of years, all this money I've spent, right? Which by the way, you can like usually return most of this stuff anyway. But still, it's like even now, I still haven't found anything that's actually clean. Like maybe that is the scam. Make them bald, sell them scalp oils and hair growth products, right? Like maybe that's the scam. Who knows? Anyway, why do some shampoos lather up and some won't really lather? Does it matter? Yeah, like it's like I'm pretty sure that has to do with the sulfates. If I'm not well, not just sulfates. There's other things that can cause lather. And I've heard various opinions from people who are actually in the field of like, being a beautician or a hairstylist. And some hairstylists feel like it's not necessary for it to lather. Some feel like it is. For me, I don't think the lather actually matters. I do feel like it's more of a psychological sort of a thing, you know? Um, I don't think you need lather to have clean hair. I don't think it's necessary. I think it literally is just like it's just like a how do I want to say? It's just a belief that we've been embedded with, and so it's like if it doesn't lather, I think some people feel weird about it. But from someone who's used various products that don't lather, that have actually cleaned better sometimes than ones that do, I don't think that that is an important component. Um, and some dry it out, right? Like all depends on what's actually in it, not what it looks like, right? I only shampoo twice a week. I'll take being a little oily, thanks. The fact there are so many products on the market, LMAO, is still a telltale sign that it's all bullshit, right? Right? But like I said, I really have enjoyed EcoSlay. Unfortunately, their shampoos, if you have like low porosity hair, they clean nothing if you have low porosity hair. So I can't use their shampoos. I use their curl cream very sparingly. Their gel was a little intense for my fine hair. So, but again, I'm an advocate for them because they are mostly natural, and I think that that is very cool. They are a little expensive though, and it's like, I do. I was trying a shampoo and conditioner bar. Again, I didn't mean this video for that to be a whole thing about hair, but here we are. I'm just watching the time. I'm like, oh, we're at 20 minutes already. God, I forgot the name of the brand. I like them. I don't love them. Again, mostly natural, but they do use coconut oil and my hair doesn't like it. And so I've had to just keep an eye on how I use it. And also the shampoo doesn't cleanse my hair enough. It's not a good clarifier. And from what I've read on the reviews, they changed their formula, and the old formula apparently was a great clarifier, and now the new formula isn't, and they have no intention on changing it back. I can't remember it though. I can't remember the name of it. But the other thing I do like about the bar and the bars that I've been trying, um, how do you say? They do have some good like hair strengthening ingredients that are more on the natural side, which is nice, and a little volumizing for my fine hair, which is also nice. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. I don't have an ideal shampoo. I don't have an ideal conditioner. Curl cream is close, but not quite there. Gels, meh, very, very 50-50. So I'll just work with what I got. Um, I just watched a hair product ad before entering this live. Funny, funny. Let's see. My hair has gotten thicker being on gut health diet. Nice. Oh yeah, and diet has a huge play, by the way. Diet has a huge influence on your hair and the health of your hair. Majorly. Majorly. Rosemary's great for clarifying. Yeah, rosemary's great. I do have my own hair oil that I've made myself, and I like it a lot. The hair oil has helped my scalp a lot. The hair oil has also really helped with like slowing down or preventing even more shedding, which is like a problem I've been having for a number of years now because of all these hair care products. Anyway, but yeah, I do have a hair oil that I've made and I love it. And it smells so good. And it's like, it's just nice that I have like something that does work. And of course, I've made it myself. Um, and yeah, rosemary. Rosemary is a big ingredient in there. Rosemary's great. Um, eh, People say peppermint or mint. You got to be really careful with that because the menthol can be almost too strong for some people's scalps and hair follicles. Lavender is also a good addition. Marshmallow root is a good addition, especially if like you are also having like hair loss from more like hormonal stuff like PCOS and things like that. There's all kinds of things. And also like the oil base you would use, like jojoba versus what are some of these other ones? Jojoba's my go-to one. That's why like it's on the top of my list. Castor oil. Got to be careful with that too because it's kind of potent. Coconut oil is one we've talked about that. It's like these oils are not all the same and they do different things and they will affect you in different ways depending on what your particular situation is. Argan oil, thank you. Argan's a big one. For me, jojoba and argan are my go-tos if I'm going to use oil in any way, shape, or form. I'm a little scared of castor oil because of the potency of it. I know some people respond to it. Coconut oil doesn't work for me. But yeah, jojoba and argan are usually good bets, especially if you do have like scalp stuff, hair loss stuff, fine hair, low porosity, right? Have you heard of using beer? No, I have not. The yeast in beer would make me not want to try it. This again, so much things to go in with hair. If you have any like scalp issues, you got to be very careful about what kind of yeast or bacterial associated things you are putting on your head, right? Just like with anything where there's like moisture and there's warmth, that can actually shift like the pH even of your scalp, very similar to other parts of the body. So yeah, things to consider. Um, Not me looking at my beer and thinking about a shower. Taking a beer shower real quick. But no, I haven't heard of beer. And also, like again, like which beer would you go for? I don't. The researcher in me would just like have a field day with those rabbit holes. Castor oil is a must-have all over body oil in my cabinet. Castor oil helped a lot when I was growing out my buzz cut, but I stopped once I reached pixie. It's super hard to get it out. Yeah, exactly. It's super hard to get out. Buddy, hi. You okay? You a little feisty. You're a little feisty today, which is good. Um, an anti-inflammatory diet can also improve your hair. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And also like making sure you're getting like, some of those good like fats in there, like salmon is good. Some people say eating avocados is good. Um, certain seeds like flax seeds, even chia seeds, buddy. Hi. Hi. Hello. Do you just want attention? Guess you're done. Okay. Made my own shampoo, red onion, ginger, castor oil, and shampoo. Best concoction ever. Ooh, that's a cocktail. That's a cocktail. What do we think of steaming hair? Yoni steams. Oh, yoni steams are amazing. Yoni steams, I feel like, are an important tool for any female. Like, for real. Yoni steams have helped me significantly with my cycle. But I mean, as far as like using like which herbs to use and things like that, a little research goes a long way. But yeah, yoni steams, amazing. Amazing. I feel like that should just be like incorporated into education, honestly, to do that. Um that's a talk. Oh yeah, that's like a series. That feels like a series right there. Um let's see. Spent years using clean beauty products for my wavy hair, and my hair was horrible. Recently caved and started using Pantene, and my hair has never felt or looked better. Hair is so weird. Yes, hair is super bizarre. Hey, Adeline, it's nice to see you. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, and I've had my fill. Oh, Atlas said something too. I just used some cheap DHT blocker shampoo to delay male pattern baldness. Oh, God, the times we're in, right? The times we're in. Because I wonder too, like, I feel like 20, 30 years ago, I feel like people didn't suffer as much from these things. Like, am I crazy? Is that just my own illusion? It could be. Who knows? Um, what is yoni steam? How do you write it? Oh, it's just one N in the yoni steam. It's kind of how it sounds, right? It's like there are different like setups you can have, but a really common one is to have like a stool with like a hole in the middle. And then you get a pot with water and some herbs. And you put the pot underneath the stool, right? And then you sit on the stool. And then you have like a towel or something to like make sure you're covering the whole area so that steam actually doesn't like leave and steam can build. And you're steaming your yoni. You're steaming your vag. I love it because it does help to so many God, there's so many benefits. Like, and also depending on when you do it. Like you should never do it when you're during your bleed. You should never do it during your bleed. Most people recommend doing it like right before after your bleed. That's also when I found it to be the best. For me, I like to do it right after as like a little cleanse, if you will. But that's something that it does. It can help to cleanse, it can help to balance your pH, it can help to regulate your cycles, it can help with any anti-inflammatory like stuff you got going on, like if you have endometriosis, right? Or again, PCOS, like it's amazing. It's amazing. It's especially for people who have these things, right? Like endometriosis, PCOS, getting treatment for those things in a traditional like Western medicine way. Nothing wrong with that. Hold on. Susie, I saw you. Sorry, I was just so like in the zone. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you. Um, Words. Let me come back. Western medicine. The treatments they have, first of all, I haven't even been offered like some of those treatments when I probably should have been offered those treatments. But also, if there's a natural way to treat these things versus like throwing more question mark things into the mix, especially when you're dealing with your hormones, which is like such a sensitive system in and of itself. Why not go a natural route, one that has been around for thousands of years, right? Like some of these treatments, it's like, birth control is like a big one for PCOS in particular. It's just, it's not a solution. It's like, it's not a solution. It's a band-aid, and kind of a dangerous band-aid if that's something you're going to be on for like, depending on what age you start something like that, like decades, right? Depending on your age, obviously. Uh, Chosen Love, thank you. Thank you for, oh yeah, thank you for $40. Thank you so much. To be able to have an option as for a yoni steam for something like that, I don't know, that's just incredible to me. That it's natural, it's also very relaxing. It's also very nourishing. And if that can help regulate your system, like that's kind of amazing to think about, right? There was something else I wanted to say, but I kept getting distracted. That's okay. It probably doesn't even need to be said. I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely have heard of them. Oh, you got to try it. You got to try it. And you can also like, go online and like get your own like at home little setup to do it yourself if you want to. And research which herbs to start using. You can even do it in the bath. Like if you're not ready to like dive into a yoni steam full on situation, you could just do like a bath that's just heavy on the herbs. And it can help a little bit, but got to be a little active in it, like get your legs open and stuff like that. But yeah, I love them. I love them. We'll look into it. Lost all trust on gynecologists. Yeah, my last gyno experience was pretty irritating and just made me feel like they really didn't give a shit. And it's hold on. Buddy? I hear you. What's going on? Buddy, it's okay. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. I should definitely get back to the intention as to why we're here today. Today's Aloha Friday Yap says shampoo and yoni steams, a 30-minute conversation, right? I think did I do a timestamp yet? No, I didn't. I really didn't. Oops. It would have been nice to actually have it for this chat, but that's okay. I like us talking. It is fun. It is fun. It's definitely fun. What was the thing I was going to say? Yeah, as far as like hair stuff, even like yoni steam stuff, cycles, diet, and also taking some of these more like natural routes, I would say are probably more like, can be highly effective in some cases if you haven't explored that. Always worth exploring that. Thank you, lady, for wait, Shringtor? Wait, hold on. I'm having trouble reading your comment. I try not to be attached, so I'm gonna say I look forward seeing notification. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that very much. I want to make sure I said thank you to everybody. Chosen Love, yes, thank you. I think I caught you. And Susie, yes, I think I caught you too. Thank you. Yes. So being 30 minutes in, maybe let's get started. Oh, I'm in a chatty mood today. All right. Yeah, we'll just start at 29 minutes. So, what did I want to start with again? Oh, yeah. So, if you caught the thumbnail, I got these two cards out for the collective, okay? By the book and to the sea. The numbers are really sticking out to me as well. 7 and 11, I find them both to be fairly spiritual, numerologically speaking. And there were a few things I was getting with this. And this is just to bring into awareness. It's not to say that you have to focus on these things, do what you want to do. But I do like starting these lives out with just kind of like literally opening the door of like, hey, like, what is in our highest good to be aware of right now? What would serve our best interest to just like focus on or to have some awareness of? And with By the Book into the Sea, there are a few things I was getting. And I'll be honest, like, some of it is like, oh, not all of it, but some of it. If you're not familiar with this deck, I'll tell you about these two cards. These two cards. To the Sea is a card that is about going within, reflecting, being with yourself, being in your own energy, being with your own emotions, and either like for self care and calibration, or even to gain some insight into yourself or how you may be feeling. By the book, I was kind of surprised when this came out, and then I was realizing why these two are coming out together. By the book is how it sounds. It's like, what are the parameters? What are the rules? What's the right way? It's very Hierophant like, right? What's the right way? What's the ethical way of operating, either within a space or even just rooted in beliefs, this kind of stuff. And there were two things that I was getting. The first one feels very subtle and quiet. So we'll touch on that first, where it was feeling more like, where do I fit? That's kind of what I was getting. Like trying to reflect on how to work with parameters, how to work with limitations. And I know we like to say on this channel, we like to speak a lot about limitlessness, which I think is very valid, right? Um, hold on, buddy, buddy. I know you can, I know I can hear him. You guys can hear him too. Clyde, what's going on? Huh? What's going on? I'm sure we'll come back to him. Um, but almost this like trying to acknowledge our own natural like way of existing authentically, of just like, this is me, this is how I am, this is how I operate. But then looking to buy the book, it's like, oh, how can I fit my flow into this box is almost how it feels. How can I fit my flow into like really the physical reality for some people? It's giving a little bit like being a being of the world but not in it. At the same time, it's like trying to navigate this world but not relinquishing, right? How what is natural to us, our natural state of being. And there's some contemplation on this. Some of you, they're showing me the Three of Pentacles. Some of you, this can translate into like, maybe you are, trying to work your way into a space. Maybe you are trying to create something for yourself. Maybe you're just trying to get some plans together. Maybe you're just trying to be on top of your schedule. Maybe you're just trying to have a good, solid routine that works for you, right? Without compromising yourself too much. So, this is something that is a theme right now for some of us in the collective. The other thing I was getting was hi. The other thing that I was getting, sorry for cat butt. I love him. He's just so distracting right now. Clyde, do you need something? All the cat hair. I know. I know. The other thing that I was getting with these cards is that in our moments with ourselves, it's giving me Queen of Cups energy. Having some clarity where we might have fumbled, where we might have made a misstep, might have made a mistake. And that could be minor, that could be major, right? Clyde, no, no, it's not for you. He's making toys out of my desk items right now. Where there might have been some missteps, there might have been some mistakes made. And that can be in so many different contexts, right? Where maybe you were trying to, have a certain experience and it didn't go right or didn't go as expected, and maybe realizing your hand in that. Could even be a misstep with a friend or people in relations that you're in relationships with. Could have been a mistake at work, right? But acknowledging where we didn't go by the book. And I know that the phrase by the book really bothers me because it just says limitation to me, but I know that I know that's not what it's saying. It's like, but that's what it says to my monkey mind, and part of my ego doesn't like it. But anyway, but in the context of that, it is also speaking to like ethics do matter, values matter, and sometimes having those parameters, sometimes having those boundaries even, or the understanding of what is actually ethical or what is actually right, even in accordance to like divine law at times, right? It is important to be aware of that and to be aware of when we fumble, when we trip, when we fumble, when we trip in the context of that, and to recognize what we can learn from that and how we can move forward on that. This is also where I was getting that second chance energy. If you saw the title, um, and corrections and second chances. And it's not to say that like if you acknowledge like where you messed up, that you need to punish yourself. Sorry, cat hair all over my face now. Um, where you need to like punish yourself or anything like that. I feel like I'm covered. Um, it's how we learn. It's how we learn and it's how we grow, right? And it's also how we can, moving forward, make that correction in that second chance, right? To not be ashamed of our, of our missteps, our fumbles, our mistakes, but, treat it as a time to start walking correctly, right? Um, to be a little bit more by the book. So these are the two things that I was getting. And you may be feeling this already. You may have already been processing some of the stuff or reflecting on some of the stuff. Maybe it'll be coming up for you over the weekend or the course of the week, but that's what I was getting with that. Now, that's just some of the bit of collective energy and also just some things they wanted me to bring into awareness for the collective today. But let's talk a little bit about the astrology. Hold on. And this is just present moment. So if you're catching this like, months later, a year later, just know that the messages that you find in this video could still pertain to you. Okay. So some of the astrology that was brought into my awareness to focus on for this live in particular, Uranus working with the moon in a trine and Mercury being in a square to Mars. Let's talk about Mars first, because we've been in this energy for a little bit. Mars squaring off Vesta kind of brought up this feeling of like not having all of like the time to really do the things you want, feeling a little torn between like things that would like make you happy or just enjoyment, and then versus like obligation, right? Or even things that you might enjoy, but like, maybe feeling torn between that and like, more of a personal calling of sorts. That was kind of the energy at the beginning of the week. And, at times I was like sensing that like frustration, that irritation, the feeling there's not enough time, there's not enough time. And that's when I put the channeling out. I think it was Tuesday. Just always covered in cat hair. And now we've transitioned to Mercury squaring off Mars, Mercury being in Taurus. And this is where things get interesting because some of the square energy of Mercury and Mars, there is a little bit of confession energy there. And Uranus working with the moon is also exacerbating that. And I'll get to that in a second. But also Mercury square Mars can create a little bit of impatience with communicating what you want to communicate, but also with like making plans, right? Getting things underway. Sometimes this can also create a little bit of like wanting to kind of be forceful with your communication, or even forceful with wanting to persuade or be heard or get people on the same page as you, get people to agree with you, to see what you're seeing. It's a little opinionated, that square energy with Mercury and Mars, which like I'm realizing first 30 minutes of this whole talk had a little bit of that energy in there, which was not necessary, but it was fun. Anyway, sometimes squares, they don't have to come across as like super hard and challenging. They have the potential to be incredibly challenging because they're square energy. But it can also just come through as an intensity. But if you're also feeling that, that Mercury square Mars energy, they're bringing me back here. If you're feeling this in a way of feeling frustrated or not feeling heard and wanting to be a little aggressive or a little forceful, which is different than assertive, right? And direct, those are very different energies. Taking a little time out to reflect in this to the sea energy would help to kind of bring some context here to with what I want to do and what I want to say and how I want to communicate and how I want to engage with people or what I want to plan even. Again, this is all around Mercury. Am I going by the book? Do I need to go by the book? Have I already fumbled in some way? Right? Whether that's like ruffling someone's feathers unnecessarily or kind of losing sight of the intention of a conversation, or generally just feeling really frustrated at trying to communicate or trying to plan certain things. Take some time out with yourself to kind of recalibrate if that is something that's happening for you. Okay. Now Uranus and the moon. So right now, I checked it right before I went live. Right before I went live, moon was in Capricorn, like 11-ish degrees. Uranus is at Taurus, 27 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's going to take a little bit for the moon to catch up there. The moon is, oh, thank you. This is why they're highlighting the moon. I don't know why I'm bringing this back up, but just to show it, I guess, while I talk. Right now, the moon is actually working with Mercury. I just realized that. And then as we progress into Saturday, the moon will start working with Uranus. So the moon being in Capricorn is kind of amplifying the Taurian energies right now, also Virgo, but just speaking to these two aspects in particular. So Mercury, which is part of this square Mars energy that I felt I need to talk about, but also it will be working with Uranus not too long after. And so just know that with the moon working with this square of Mercury and Mars, that the way we are communicating, it's coming from an emotional space. It's coming from a space of communicating in a way that makes us feel emotionally satiated, I think is a good way to say that, which can be a little confession-y, but or a diatribe, right? Or long 30-minute tangents. Anyway, it's just funny. I'm just like seeing all the pieces. As the moon starts to shift deeper into Capricorn, it will start to trine Uranus. So what does that mean and what does that look like? It's actually kind of fun. When the moon starts to trine Uranus, there are a few things that can happen. One, you can start to feel a little bit more restless, but in a way that you can use productively. Okay. You just may start to get a little itch for some amusement, for some fun, for excitement, for some change, even. But you may also get a little itch to be a little bit extra communicative, a little louder in how you're communicating. Nothing wrong with that. But also it can actually, how do I want to say this? Tweak your intuition a little bit. We don't look at Uranus as being intuitive, and it's not really, but it does touch on the realm of consciousness. And it does touch on the realm of breakthroughs and kind of shaking things up a little bit here. But it does, because it touches on consciousness, when it works with the moon, it does kind of tweak your intuition a little bit in that way. So don't be surprised, like when the moon moves closer to Uranus, and I want to say this is going to be more like Saturday energy, that you may feel even more levels of excitement, a little bit more energy, and a little bit more, I'm hearing intrigue. But I want to say also a little bit more intuitive as well, as far as like embracing some of this Taurian, mercurial, earthy energy. Okay. I keep feeling like the things that we're trying to communicate through Mercury, when the moon starts working with Uranus, hold on a second. I love you, Clyde. I love you. When the moon moves from working with Mercury to Uranus, I can't help but feel like there's an extension there of what we're trying to experience through Mercury, we may actually achieve through Uranus. Um, yeah, that's kind of how that's feeling. That's kind of how that's feeling. I also feel like there's gonna be a little bit more just like fun, a little bit more eagerness to be, no, openness, thank you. A little bit more openness, being amenable to being a little bit more wild. And that's kind of exciting. Clyde, you just want to be all over the camera today. Huh? Huh? Please go to your pillow. Thank you. But yeah, just wanted to kind of mention that a little bit. Hold on. Is it buffering sometimes on your end, guys? Is it buffering for you guys? Oh, you can't see him. He was just like climbing the wall a little bit. No, it's not for you. Okay, good. But that's a little bit of just what I wanted to share with the collective. So that being said, let's get into some messages and some readings here, if the Clyde will let me not take up all the space, buddy. Sorry, distraction. Well, do we need to do a collective read? Let me feel into that. Yeah, that feels like a hard no. It doesn't feel necessary. So we are going to do some elements and signs today. If I could get my pen, sir. Thank you. Love him always. So also interesting. They wanted me to use the spell casting deck today, which like I do like using. It's not my favorite go-to. So just kind of curious that that's what they wanted me to use today for the elements. But let's do it. I don't need to be encouraged to get wilder. No, you don't need to be more bold, more outspoken. I don't know. I feels good. There's something about the moon working with Uranus that feels good to me. Feels necessary for what we got going on lately. Hold on. Clyde. No. Now he's wanting to play with my decks. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the elements here. I'm going to try my best to anyway. Fire, air, earth, or water. Actually, we're going to start with earth, which kind of makes sense. We got a lot of earth energy that's like impactful this week. And by impactful, we have, we're impacted by all of the celestial bodies, really. But these more short-term transits tend to have a stronger impact, like the moon, Mercury, right? Because they're closer to us. And so we feel their energy a lot more than like Saturn, Uranus, etc. But yeah, let's do earth. Okay. Look at baby Clyde. I know he's all over me today. I know, I love you too. And he's rubbing up under me. Okay. That's your familiar. Oh, he's totally my familiar. 100%. As he slinks away. Clyde hair up in your face. Oh, there are times I'm driving and like I'll look in the mirror and there's like little cat hairs like in my hair. It's like just covered because we cuddle a lot. Like we sleep together very closely. Wherever I'm at, he's at. Literally when I'm doing videos or when I'm just on the computer working, he's always right here. Like he's always with me. Okay, Earth. Any messages or insights for my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, no, we are still in Taurus season. They were showing me birthday cake, and I was like, birthday cake? It's like, oh, Taurus season. Maybe some of y'all are indulging in some cake, or maybe you're celebrating a birthday. Some of you guys definitely are, just by probability standpoint. I found my cat's hair even when I get up from the toilet. Justin and hey, Cap Sun, Taurus Rising. Hi, welcome. Any other messages or insights for my Earth signs? What's going on for my Earth signs? I feel like you guys are having a good time. It's giving me like joyful. It's giving me the Sun, 3 of Cups kind of energy, like a party. A little bit like a party. You could even be just enjoying your own time and having a party with yourself. We absolutely can do that too. If you do have any like plans to go out, even if it's just to like, I don't know, farmers market, like where people gather, like, I don't know a word for those kinds of events, like festivals, farmers markets, like regular gathering. Like, I guess that's the word for it, but it feels more like public versus like private. Again, some of you guys could be getting together with friends, but there's something about spaces like that where you may find people are just wanting to talk to you more, or that you're wanting to engage with people more. That is also very Mercury, Moon, Uranus. That's very much that energy. Like talking to people you don't normally speak to, people speaking to you even though they normally wouldn't. That's very much Uranus meets the moon with the Mercury influence. Anything else for my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just in fun vibes. I like it. You're in enjoyment vibes. Again, even if it's a party of one, you're enjoying yourself. This feels so Taurian. I'm getting snacks. Like if you have to like be on the computer or do like work or whatever, it's like I'm seeing like a pile of snacks. It's so Taurus. Any other messages or insights for our Earth signs? We don't have any cards out here yet. Beauty, basically Venus energy. Like I said, you guys are just feeling good. You're feeling good and you are enjoying yourself. even if it's in small ways, even if it's with unexpected people or engaging with people in ways you don't normally do, you're feeling very good about yourself. This is giving me self-esteem, is giving me confidence. You feeling yourself. Feels good. All right. That was very quick. Let's go ahead and get into Taurus on that note. Taurus, we're going to go with Rider Waite for you. Any messages or insights for Taurus, please? Taurus is highest good. I'm hearing take notice. Take notice. I feel like this is about your environment. And I think if you're like getting out there, Taurus, like I almost want to say take notice of who's noticing you or what's noticing you. Okay. Just take notice. Take notice. Look around the room a little bit. Take a second glance. We have Two of Swords, Moon and Libra energy. I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to see something you normally would not pick up on. Whether it's someone who like has an eye on you, giving you attention, people who are noticing you. It's like, take the blindfold off, look at what you don't normally look at. It doesn't feel big like, oh, you're in the drudgery of indecision. That's not what I'm feeling here. I'm literally feeling like just take a second glance. Take more time to really survey. Like that's honestly what I'm feeling with you. You're going to notice something you didn't notice before. They're bringing up environment again. Some of you, this could even be like, I know this sounds like so like mundane, but like you may even notice like certain stores you've never noticed before or certain like cafes you've never noticed before. It's like, I'm just getting like, take a look at what's around you a little bit more. You may be surprised at what you haven't noticed. You may be surprised at what you haven't seen and what's been available to you. It's giving me just like, look around the room, look around the neighborhood, look around your route. Like, and I meant like car route, not like route, but interesting. Clyde's coming. Yeah. I feel him. I see him. I hear him. Anything else for Taurus? Yeah. Look at what you haven't seen. Open your eyes a little bit, Taurus. Very strong moon energy here with you. Again, makes sense with the astrology going on this weekend. Again, even if you're here, months after the fact, this reading can still apply to you. Moon in Libra and literally moon energy. So the moon is like just impacting you very strongly. Look around. Look around at what you haven't been seeing. Sun on the bottom. But now we have the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. Taurus, I feel like your world is opening up. That's what this feels like to me. And it literally is just what you are allowing yourself to see. With the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords, that's what I'm getting. It's like, I feel like your mind is more open, you're noticing more things, and it's actually allowing you to get out of a Three of Swords energy. This Three of Swords energy, to me, sometimes it's discomfort, sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's heartache, sometimes it's just tumultuous energy in situations, but it's usually feeling some kind of unpleasantness in the mental space or in the emotional space. It feels like restriction to me, is what it feels like. And with the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords, there's an Ace of Swords energy here, which is clarity, sight, seeing, truth. There's also a Four of Swords energy between the 2 and the 6, which also tells me that there's like, you've been in a space of kind of being a little confined is not right. Bubbled. You've been a little bubbled, but in a way of like kind of blinded a little bit. You've been limited in your sight. You've been limited in what you have allowed yourself to see around you. It feels very physical. Even though we have a lot of air and like water here, which is very non-physical, that's how it's feeling to me. You could start to feel like you're kind of looking at your life with different eyes. But if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling like life is kind of boring, or sorry, you just saw Clyde in the background. If you've been feeling like life has been kind of boring, or life has been just kind of like restrictive, I want to say even like pessimistic, that's shifting here. That's shifting. I'm telling you, you're going to notice either people or places like very close to you where you're like, I've never seen that before. How did I never notice this before? How long has this been here? How long has this been a thing? You know, it's like that's kind of what I'm getting. Gonna get a couple other cards here for Taurus. Am I taking this? No. Okay. Something's telling me he wants something. Let me finish Taurus's reading, and then I'm gonna go like see what this guy needs. I think maybe he wants me to check his bowl. Is that it? Is it food? Couple other cards for Taurus, and then we'll come back and do Virgo. Couple other cards for Taurus. I know. I see you. I see you there. I see you. Couple other cards for Taurus, please. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Oh, there's a coffee stain on there. Taurus, the world is opening up for you. Your world is opening up because you're seeing it now. You're actually like, your head is up, your eyes are open. I do want to say you are almost becoming more optimistic, and you're becoming more like open to things that you just were not generally open to. Like you are more open and receptive. So because you're more open and receptive, you are just seeing a lot more around you. And the Page of Wands and Ace of Wands is also a very like fun, exciting energy. It's an eagerness to like get out there and try new things, have a little fun, play a little bit. I like this for you. That's really nice. You got a good energy going here, and probably some cool opportunities coming your way because of it. So very cool. All right, before I get into, are you settled now? He seems settled. We'll go into Virgo. Yeah? Okay. Now he's like all cozy on his pillow. All right. Virgo. What's going on for my Virgos? Virgos, you guys are getting glow in the dark tarot here? Virgo, any messages or insights for Virgo, please? Just keeping an eye. Hold on, let me give him something. Here. Play with that. Virgo, any messages or insights for Virgo, please? What's going on for my Virgos? It's just Clyde throwing things. Virgo, any messages or insights for Virgo, please? What's going on for my Virgos here? Virgos, I think you're spending a lot of time in nature, or you want to. Like they're giving me kind of a forested kind of a scene, a lot of wildflowers. Wildflowers may be significant for you. You may be drawn to certain flowers as of late. I feel like you're coming out of a rest period. Like you're feeling rested and like you're ready to kind of mosey. That's kind of how it's feeling. It's like coming out of hibernation a little bit. You could be working with their energy. Seven of Wands and the Nine of Cups. I like this for you. So Virgo, again, I keep getting this like refreshed energy, or coming out of like a hibernation or a hermit mode or a cave, or just, from taking a time out. And it feels like you're ready to go. You're ready to hit the ground running. You're ready to kind of like re-embrace some life here is what I'm getting for you, especially with the Nine of Cups being here. Nine of Cups is how we feel content within ourselves, how we feel happy, how we feel enjoyment, even fulfilled to an extent. But the Seven of Wands tells me you're ready to put a lot of energy into either achieving this or maintaining this, embodying this, which is nice. Some of you, this rejuvenation period was a healing of your self-esteem or a working on your self-esteem. Oh, I feel like I'm getting a lot of old energy all of a sudden. Like some of you took a little bit of a hit. I don't know if you had a fight or a fallout or trouble at work. That's kind of what I'm getting here a little bit. Like I'm getting a Five of Wands energy, and you needed some time after that. You needed some time to like lick your wounds, so to speak, or to just regain your confidence. Yeah, it feels very Five of Wands-esque. But you're back and you're ready. Anything else for Virgo? Oh, wow. Yeah, you went through something here, Virgo. Look at this. Ace of Cups. I feel you, Clyde. Ace of Cups, High Priestess, almost the High Priest, Hierophant. Hierophant is the High Priest to me. And the Ten of Swords. So it's kind of reminding me about the by the book and by, I just realized they're both by the, no, they're not. By the book into the sea. By the book into the sea cards in the beginning of the video, where that Ten of Swords and Hierophant, like there was some sort of misstep. And here you are with the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. And I feel like this is almost symbolizing how you're getting back up again. Whatever fumble or trip happened, however you stumbled, I want to say you stumbled. However you stumbled, Virgo, it could be in the realm of like, could be in the realm of a lot of things. It could be in the realm of like a student teacher dynamic or situation. It could be like literally with like institutions and governments, or like taxes could even be with that. But it just like literally feels like whatever the value, the ethics, the belief system that was in place, or even the law, whatever the rules were, you didn't abide by them. And it had consequences with the Ten of Swords. Some of you, there could have been a contract that ended, a position that was ended for you or for someone you like, you know, you were involved with in this. I'm getting a lot of different things here, Virgo. So take it as it resonates. But you stumbled. You stumbled here. Something did not go right. Some of you may have been a little embarrassed by this, which is also feeling the confidence energy too. But with the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess, this is you acknowledging that, reflecting on this. Alchemist, thank you. Oh no, why can't I like it? It's like trying to show me, it's trying to show an emoji, but it's like not coming through. I don't know if it's looking like that on your guys' end. But thank you so much. I do see you. I do recognize you. It's not letting me like your super chat. Thank you so much. Coming back. But in being in the Ace of Cups with the High Priestess, this is the to the sea card, right? Basically, this is you being in with yourself, with your spirit, and within your energy and your emotions with the Ace of Cups. And you're acknowledging this. You're acknowledging, oh, I effed up a little. I misstepped here. You may even look back and realize like, oh, I kind of went against my own beliefs or my own values. Some of you, that's the case as well. I'm getting a misjudgment or a miscalculation. Some of you, there was a factor of not seeing something clearly, and so you kind of misjudged it, and so you took action based off of that misjudgment, thinking that you thought clearly about it when you didn't, which happens. That's very human. It's like kind of the epitome of being human, isn't it? We think we're doing something right, and then we realize we didn't because we get full circle perspective. And that's just what I see here with you, okay? So whatever this misstep was with the Ten of Swords, it was definitely painful. Some of you even embarrassing, and that's just part of being human. But in acknowledging this, you're ready to kind of come back out with confidence and, you know, in full acknowledgement of whatever this is or was, and ready to be in that Nine of Cups energy again. Some of you, there is a sense of justice here as well, with taking accountability. Some of you, this may come with an apology if that applies here. I'm going to get 2 more cards for you, and then I'm going to check on the Clydester, and then we'll come back to Capricorn, okay? Can I get 2 more cards for Virgo, please? Can I get 2 more cards for Virgo? I know. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? Can I get 2 more cards for Virgo? Can I get 2 more cards for Virgo? I see you. I see you. Buddy, just give me like, just 2 cards. Just 2 cards. 2 more cards for Virgo, please. Oh, you got a lot more. Am I taking all these? Yes. It's a big pile. Okay. Chariot, you are moving over. You are moving over this. You're moving past this. with the Chariot card. And then oh, we have Queen of Wands, Death. It's making me a little sick to my stomach. Devil. It's making me queasy, and I'm feeling almost like anxiety and nervousness. Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Virgo, some of you, the mistake was the misjudgment. Hang in there with me. Where some of you, this is a situation where you thought you were in a situation that was Hierophant like, right? In good standing, ethical, in divine law and order, if you will. Some of you, that was the some of you, that's how you saw your intention. Some of you, that's how you saw your initial action. Some of you, that's how you saw your initial judgment. Okay. Only to come to find out it's really the devil. Some of you, this is rooted in patterns of behavior, right? Coping mechanisms, thinking that you were in the right when really realizing you were acting out of an unhealthy pattern of behavior. With the Six of Cups and the devil, that screams that all day to me. Six of Cups is one of my patterns card because it speaks of the past. It speaks of nostalgia. It speaks of like soul energy, soul contracts even, and childhood. And the devil being there, right? That kind of says toxicity, especially with like death being there and transforming this and revealing this to you. So I'm getting a lot of things here, Virgo. So please take it as it resonates, okay? I keep getting this feeling like you thought you were doing something right, or you thought you were signing up for something that was right and ethical, or even dealing with someone who was right and ethical, only to realize no, that you either misjudged the situation or you mishandled the situation, right? It's either like a poor action or a poor judgment of someone else's character or a poor judgment of what a situation really was, right? And for some of you, it's all the above. Okay. That Six of Cups and Six of Pentacles tells me that this did affect another person, potentially more than just another person, or even that like there were other people involved in this that maybe were exacerbating the toxicity of this. Like, for example, if you were getting in a situation thinking it was Hierophant like, almost want to say ordained, some of you, this is a spiritual thing, like a spiritual teacher or something, not all of you, thinking it was like in good standing, only to realize you were dealing with very toxic people. And some of you took a while to see it. Either way, no matter how this is coming up for you, the Death card is showing me that one, you are seeing this for what it is. And if there is some sort of tie to patterns of behavior or your past family experiences or past relationship experiences in unhealthy dynamics and things like this, you're seeing that for what it is as well. And you are also, I want to say, recovering that and healing that as the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Some of you, this was a big lesson learned. All right. He seems settled again. I don't really buy it. I don't. So I'm going to get up and see if he follows me out of the room. And if he does, he probably wants me to go check on something. And then I'll be back to do Capricorn. Okay. Clyde. Hey, Clyde. I'm getting up. You need something? No? Are you sure? I'm still checking either way. Okay. All right. I feel like he's taken care of now. Okay. Is Clyde okay? He's okay. He's okay. He goes, so he has like ups and downs with his eating because of his condition. So he's had a couple days of like not eating very consistently, but today he seems like he's eating. So he clearly wanted me to check his bowl. It wasn't empty, but he likes a full bowl. If he's gonna eat, he wants it full, even if he's not gonna eat at all. Cats. Cats be like that. Um, yeah, there was food in it, but like not to his liking. Okay, let's go ahead and do Capricorn. Interesting too. So when I went up to go check his bowl on the oven, it said 111. And then just as I'm doing Capricorn, it's 11111. So Cappy, this could be a synchronicity for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Gave the street cats some catnip today. Oh my gosh, they probably went crazy. They probably went so crazy. They're probably so happy to be like super high. Clyde does not like the scarcity in the bowl. No, he definitely does not. And he likes his food hot. Just the other thing, because there are times when like there's food in it and I can tell it just is too cold for him. Love him. Love him to pieces. All right. Capricorns. As I get to the gym, guess I'll have to replay for my rising. Oh, okay. No worries. Enjoy your workout. Capricorns. What's going on for my Cappies? What's going on for my Cappies? I feel like generally you're feeling less density. Like I'm just getting like a lighthearted energy, not full on play, but more playful is kind of what I'm getting with you. This may be trickling into other aspects of your life, other environments of your life. It feels good. It feels good. It just feels less dense is just what I keep getting with you. Whoa. Oh, hold on. The deck freaked out. Any other messages or insights for my Capricorns? For Cappy's highest good. Orange and red is coming up quite a bit, so there could be an emphasis on the lower chakras. Oh wow. Talk about lighthearted. You literally have the Knight of the Heart. Pisces energy. This is approaching, speaking, communicating, engaging with people from a very loving, compassionate space. Very nice. Okay. Okay, Cappies. Feeling a little more open, I see, with this less dense energy. You may be feeling like you actually have the reserves and the resources to like be more open. I want to say reserves, not resources, but the reserves to be more open-hearted at this time, more lighthearted at this time. I want to say generous. The word generous is coming through. Could have Leo in your prominent in your chart, not necessarily. What else is going on for Capricorn? Cappies, we've had little like love readings coming in for you every once in a while. This may be a love reading. Knight of Cups and Four of Wands. This feels like being open and receptive to gathering with someone or connecting with people. It could be one person or it could be many people. The Four of Wands is where we celebrate, right? It's where we celebrate life. It's also where we celebrate new foundations, making things more real, more solid, more anchored into reality. Hi, you smell like food now. Oh, we're doing signs? Yeah, we're doing signs. So that's what I'm getting with you. It's nice. You're being open and receptive to the Four of Wands energy, and I want to say the Four of Wands experience. And I do feel like there's other people in this. It could be one, it could be many, but it just feels like you're ready to be in lighthearted energy and exchange that with other people. Some of you, this could be about a relationship, like a romantic relationship with these two cards being here. It could literally, for some of you, it could be wanting to take a relationship to the next level, okay? Or even receiving that yourself. Am I taking these? Yeah. Oh, you've gotten over some recent fear. which is good. Love seeing that. This is why you're feeling a little bit more lighthearted. This is the density you've recently relinquished or even just found your way out of. The Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot. Some of you may be, oh, this is interesting. Some of you, the sphere is tied to the Four of Wands. I'm getting a lot of different things now, so please take it as it resonates, okay? Some of you, this Four of Wands is like a home situation or a work situation, okay? I'm hearing the word secure, securing, right? Which makes sense. The Four of Wands to me is also a card of abundance and stability, making your way towards abundance and stability or expanding your sense of a stability and abundance. But the Nine of Swords, it's very clear. I'm getting fear of these experiences, fear of, is this right, is this not right, what to do, what not to do I move forward on this, do I not move forward on this? Some of you, it's, do I say something, do I not say something? But I feel like at the end of the day, Cappies, you've had some fear and anxiety about moving forward in this energy, whether this is about a relationship, whether it's about a job or a home situation, whether it's just like deepening certain relationships in general. You've had fear and anxiety about this. If this is romance, it could be straight up fear of commitment and what it means to deepen a relationship. Okay. Can I get 2 other cards for Capricorn, please? But it's gone. The Nine of Swords is gone. Or you're getting rid of it now. Whoa. Whoa. The Tower. I feel like that's helping to break up the Nine of Swords. Queen of Cups, my heart is doing a lot of stuff in your reading, Capricorn. We also have the card of Cancer here, which is your natural counterpart. Or, complement, I think is a better word. Death. 8 of Wands. The Tower is making everything okay. I know how that sounds, but that's how it's feeling and that's how it's looking. This Tower feels like it's a realization. It feels like a light bulb moment to me. It doesn't feel like an event. It doesn't feel like something falling apart. That's not what it feels like. Well, not physically. It doesn't feel physical to me. It feels mental, actually. It feels mental. It feels a little emotional. With the Queen of Cups and Death, this could absolutely be like a heart chakra opening, for example. But I feel like the Tower, I want to like pinpoint this. It's a realization. You're realizing something. Whatever this like realization is, it's creating this energy for you of the Queen of Cups and Death. It's creating some sort of emotional shift for you. And I want to say it's very healing, but I also want to say it's helping you to get rid of some fear or anxiety that you have, uncertainty that you have, about this Knight of Cups and Four of Wands energy. And what's coming after that is the Eight of Wands, expansion, growth, and movement. That something is becoming very clear to you with this Tower. But I do want to say the Tower is shifting you. It is absolutely shifting you. And there's something about it, I just keep getting density. I don't think this shift for you is hard. I think it's intense. I don't think it's hard, but I do think it's very potent. It's coming with intensity because you're dropping some density. Rhyming. It's coming with some intensity because you're dropping some density. You're dropping some fear. And you are getting lighter in your energy because of it. And you are being more open and receptive to, some of this is about a relationship, to a Four of Wands situation or experience that is emotional. It's emotional. It makes you happy. Okay. I'm so curious what this Tower is for you, though. Like, what triggers that? Can I get more context as to what triggers the Tower? What triggers the Tower here for Capricorn? Some of you, this has happened already. Some of you, it hasn't. You know who you are. What's triggering the Tower? 5 of Pentacles. Getting a couple things there. Can I get one more? Starting to get a little dizzy in your reading too. Can I get one more on the Tower, on the 5 of Pentacles for Capricorn, for what's triggering the Tower? 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So it's really interesting. You're inducing the tower. You're making the tower happen. I feel like it's almost a breaking point with this level of density or fear or anxiety. And this has been coming up a little bit here and there the last couple weeks in the readings of like, you just kind of reach a point of two crows just like flew by as I was about to say this. You're reaching a breaking point of enough is enough. I don't want to feel this anymore. I can't, like, enough is enough is what this feels like with the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. This density you've been feeling, this angst you've been feeling, the fear you've been feeling, some of you emotion that you've been feeling. It's also had this, it's been creating a 5 of Pentacles energy. Some of you have been dealing with this alone or feeling very alone in your density, in your angst, and in your fear. Some of you have been just like, oh, maybe even overwhelmed with fear at times, or even like pessimism, doubt, negative thinking, feeling like you don't have a way out, even feeling backed into a corner by life is almost what this feels like. Feeling a lot of things here, Capricorns. So take it as you will. Some of you, this is purely about relationships. Saying this is like about work or your finances, but it's this feeling of your fear became so intense or your anxiety became so intense that you felt put into a corner with no way out. And it was like a breaking point for you of enough is enough. There must be a way out. And it just started to shift you. So this is very much an internal tower where it almost feels like you just got to this moment with your own soul of enough is enough. There is a way out, or enough is enough. I don't want to experience this anymore. Some of you, this might have been a dark moment. I'm getting that a little bit. Some of you, this might have been a very dark moment with certain ideas. You know who you are. But this was a very deep, almost like a soul decision of like that just started this shift for you. It's almost like you had to hit like some sort of rock bottom in the mental space until there was no more bottoming out to go in the mental space. And sometimes I've been speaking about this lately. Sometimes that's just what needs to happen, right? Where you get to a point where really like you are completely sick, like truly sick and tired on like a cellular level, or there is no more bottom to reach in a certain way, whether it's emotional bottoms, mental bottoms, hopefully not material bottoms. That could be scary, right? But that brought in this shift for you, and it just was like a rocket. This is giving me a little bit of like Kundalini rising or Phoenix rising. It's giving me a little bit of that because you go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands to the Chariot and the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Like that is very 180. That is 180. And again, some of you, there could be a relationship tied into this that may be helping you with this too. So very cool, Capricorns. Wow. Let's move on to another element. Where did that deck go? There it is. Okay. Fire, water, or air? I can feel you, water signs. We're going to do fire first. I feel like fire should go first before you for some reason. So I'm just going to trust that. All right. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The 4 horsemen are coming up for some reason. Maybe that's just something that's been in your awareness recently. It's strange. Fire signs. Any messages or insights from my fire signs? Starting with spell casting again. For fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. Finding. I'm hearing complete. Finding is a card of feeling at home within the self. It's a card of belonging as well. If you have been in an energy of seeking, I'm also hearing conquest. 4 horsemen, conquest. Are you a Viking? What's going on? I don't know. It's like, are you a warrior of old? What is happening here? It's like so interesting. Oh, thank you. Okay. Some of y'all have been working through some narratives and some stories that you have about yourself, and I want to say past life related. Maybe these are like seeds of ideas that were given to you at some point in time about like who you are, your archetype, the history of your soul, that kind of deal. Is just very interesting. Um, like these are really strange references, but now I get it. Okay. Anyway, I like this because fire signs, I feel like you are coming to peace with yourself. And I want to say coming to peace with these kinds of ideas, these kinds of archetypal aspects of self, fractals of self. I am getting a little bit of like war energy, like war, carnage, death, violence, carnage. I don't know if I said carnage. Carnage feels big here. Um, of just like rubbing up against these kinds of vibrations or feeling like you have to engage in them in some way. It feels like it's part of your consciousness that I wanna say you have harmonized. You've harmonized because I wanna say this is, like, so interesting. Some of these energies, ideas around, like, war, carnage, all these things we keep talking about, um, for some of you, it's like, I wanna say it's come with the notion that, like, you should be doing something, or you should be fighting for something, or something should be difficult, or you should be out there on the front lines in some way, shape, or form. Maybe this is like social justice way. It just feels like a unnecessary overexertion of your fire, actually, of your fire, of your masculine energy. And I want to say it's caused your soul to not be very rested. Okay. Maybe even you to be physically not so rested. I just keep getting like a lot of shoulds and I need to, and it needs to be this way, or it's like, this is the experience it's going to be like. And it's just like, uh, it's unnecessary activity and disruption for your soul and your peace. That's what I'm getting. It's unnecessary. Some of you, this is untangling from some of the chaos that's been going on in the collective. Okay, globally, we all know what's been going on, right? Untangling in a way where it doesn't affect your peace. Okay, you can still, I mean, it's still good to be knowledgeable, but to have it affect your energy is different, right? Interesting. We have courage on the bottom, some of that war energy. I feel like that's what this is, fire signs. You're just getting more harmonized, okay? More at peace with the masculine aspect of you, the war aspect of you, and the fieriness that is you. It feels like it's just coming into a nice, tempered harmony that you can really work with in a way that feels good to your soul, in a way that feels like, oh, this actually does feel nice. And it's okay that it feels good. It's okay that it feels nice to my soul. Like that is okay. Some of you, there's a permission thing there, an allowance there that sometimes life can just be good and easy and pleasurable. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we don't have to be like active or engaging or raw. I don't have a word for that. Life doesn't always have to be that. Sometimes life can just be simple and easy and pleasurable, and it's okay. But a lot of like just feeling good within the self going on here as a result of making peace with those sides of yourself. Very interesting. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Aries. Aries, you're going to get rider weight. Water sign here hoping for fire when things line up. LOL. Aries. What's going on for Aries? Yeah, it's like very similar to what I was already getting with fire. It doesn't have to be so complicated. That's what I'm getting with you. Things don't have to be so complicated. Things really can be simple. Aries. Any messages or insights for Aries? Yeah, I'm hearing at rest. At rest. It's okay to be at rest sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to let things rest. Well, we're starting off strong, aren't we? Aries, we have 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords, Aquarian energy and Virgo energy as well. I feel the need to point that out for you. I feel like being in like that kind of energy we were talking about, the like, right? I think has actually been doing a little bit of unwanted damage to your 10 of Pentacles is what I'm getting here. 10 of Pentacles is like it's the legacy wealth health card, right? It's the physical container that is our career, our household, our family, generational security and stability, right? That's the 10 of Pentacles. It's a beautiful vibration where you feel like you are kind of rolling around in plenty, right? Everything is as it should be. Everything is as you want it to be. The 7 of Swords tells me though, that energy that we've been feeling, like something is not at rest with you. And it's like, it's feeling like that fiery masculine energy of like the needing to be tempered, right? Because when we get in too much fire or we get in too much Mars energy, Mars is coming up, the Mars Leo connection with the astrology portion. Check it out if you want to. Allowing that energy to be untamed or untempered, it is malefic. It does like to dismantle, right? When fire or Mars gets too active, that's what happens. It starts to burn away. It starts to eat away. It starts to cause unnecessary damage if we let it go unchecked or untempered. And that's kind of what I'm getting here with you. Like it's almost like in engaging so much with life in this way is reminding me of the patron message, group 1 from yesterday's reading. Yeah, like in engaging so much or feeling like we have like things need to be either harder or busier or more complicated, what you're doing is you're actually degrading what you already have instead of just letting it be great, right? Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of a thing. And sometimes things need breathing room, right? Like it's reminding me of plants, even like if we're too active in our garden, like we are like in it every day and we're like working on it every day, you're almost overworking it, right? Like plants need to breathe, certain aspects of our life need to breathe. Breathing room allows for a lot. And so I think this is something that you're becoming aware of here. Okay. Allow the good things in your life to breathe, is what I want to say. The Tower. Yeah. Am I taking these? Yes. Whoa. Oh, ooh, Aries. You might have a couple things going on here. 2 of Cups, King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. We're going to get back to this. But I feel like, yeah, I'm looking at 2 different sides of your life here. We have the Tower, 7 of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. They may be linked together. I'm getting like Midhaven and the IC. You might want to check your 10th and 4th houses. But anyway, it's like you're having a light bulb moment about the material part of your life. I want to say this is work. This feels like work to me, or just level of responsibilities that you give yourself, and how having it be so complicated or so engaging or so active, it's causing an imbalance or it's causing some sort of degradation um, to that aspect of your life. And I want to say too, with the 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups over here, it's giving me like work-life balance. It's giving me like, hey, maybe invest more and more of that energy and that fire and that passion into your relationships, more so than your material life over here. Because I feel like you're having a wake-up call about your material life and how maybe you may be like, again, causing some degradation unintentionally, when you're also realizing over here as the King of Swords, like, oh, how engaged have I been with my loved ones? Right? How engaged have I been with like other people just in like an enjoyable, open-hearted state, right? Get a couple other cards here for Aries. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love all the cups coming out. We have 2 of Wands, King of Cups. I was waiting for that Justice card. Justice and the World. You're recalibrating. You're recalibrating your priorities here, to facilitate more, more balance with the Justice card. More balance, and also to engage in more of your own water in your own life. And I want to say that is through relationships here. Okay. That's how you're tempering your fire. 2 of Wands is also just you pivoting and making that decision to offer more balance to yourself. And yeah, this is definitely a lesson learned for some of you here. Okay. I don't think there's any like terrible thing happening in your work life or your money life. If anything, I just think you're realizing it. You're just having a realization. Okay. Leo. What's going on for my lions? Leo, you guys want unicorns today. So we're going to give you some unicorns. Leos, any messages or insights for Leo? For Leo's highest good. What's going on for my lions here? Leos, I'm getting a bit of a protective energy with you. It's not bad. It's just clear. It's clear. It's not defensive either. It's just like, I feel like you're just being clear with boundaries, is what this feels like. Some of this could be actually with your own children or your own family members, even tribe, chosen family, bio family. It's giving me a little bit of like mama, papa lion, a little. Like, that's my cub. Get away from my cub. It's like I'm giving you the paw. Get away. Like, it's giving me a little bit of that. It's not mean. It's not defensive. It's not forceful. It just is. It just is. It just is. Whatever these cubs may be for you, right? It's just like something precious to you, something sacred to you. You're being more protective about. Could even be your own inner child. Can be your own energy, right? Strong purple and yellow tones are coming out. You may be drawn to these colors at this time. Anything else for Leo? Any other messages or insights for Leo? Yeah, it's definitely giving me like leading the pack, leading the pride, and looking out for the pride. Like, it's giving me that quite a bit, even if it's a pride of one. Leo, any other messages or insights for Leo, please? Yep, there you are. This is Mars Leo energy. So this is your stance. You're in a protection stance. You're in a, hey, that's my precious, that's my sacred, that's my cub, that's my territory, that's mine. That's my energy, that's mine. Space, please. You know, it's nice. It's just where you're at. Okay. Anything else for Leo? Oh, Six of Swords. Huh. Okay. Whatever you're feeling so protective about, it's because of the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords to me has started to become more of a like expansion of the mind, expansion of consciousness, like getting yourself to be open to things you haven't been open to before, shifting your perspective. Six of Swords can also be a forgiveness card, an acceptance card, evoking more peace in a situation. Can also be travel, but whatever you're feeling so protective over or feeling like it's so sacred to you is in transition, is what I want to say. This might be why you're feeling a little bit more like hyper awareness of being protective about whatever this is, because something about it is shifting, but shifting in a positive way. Like if this is a child, for example, or a family member, they're going through something that may require some extra support and some extra space and extra patience is what I'm hearing, but it is a positive change. You just got to keep a watchful eye, because when we're going through transitions or changes or expansions like this, sometimes we are a little bit vulnerable, right? Because when something is shifting or changing, it doesn't necessarily have roots, right? Hope you guys are hanging in there with all the analogies today. Anything else for my Leos? By the way, is the chat still good? It's not frozen or anything? Maybe everyone's just very engaged. Captivated. Haven't done water yet. Water's probably going next. Any other messages or insights for Leo? Oh, Seven of Cups. Interesting. Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy, but it's very Neptunian to me, right? Because it's about options and possibilities. It's also about fantasizing. It's also about illusions. Again, you're feeling like you need to be very on top of your boundaries here, or very on top of just protecting whatever this sacred thing is, even if it's just yourself, because of the state of transition. The Seven of Cups is also indicating that as well, that whatever this transition is, it's not complete. Whatever the shift is, it's not complete. It's still in flux. And it also is not very clear when the transition or the flux will be over. But you know this means a lot to you, and that it's worth, I keep getting the word sacred with you. It's worth keeping this sacred, even if it's just you. Guess it's working. I know, it's the second I said something, right? I'm just listening while working. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, you're very protective over what this is. Four of Pentacles, keeping this very close to your chest as well, even if it's just your own energy. Yeah, again, I just feel like you're in very much a like, this is important, this matters, this is special, even if it's just yourself. And whatever this shift or this change is, you don't see the end. You don't really know what's going to happen. There's an unknown factor. Also, why you're feeling very like hyper aware. I don't want to say hyper vigilant because like you're not anxious about this. You're just very aware that you need to keep a lookout and you need to be on top of this. They're being very vague as what this is, Leo. Can I get a final card for Leo, please? Yeah, look at you. Strength. You're a card coming out here, landing on the Six of Swords as well. Some of you may find that you need to be kind of brave at this time, like courageous, to see your way through this, or to see if this is like about someone you care about, to see them through this to completion. Can I get one more, please? Can I get one more? Beautiful. Okay. Interesting. So we have the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. I feel like you have hope that you're going to, that, you know, everything will be fine. Everything's going to be okay. This is just how you need to operate right now. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're looking to the 10 of Cups in all of this while you're like maintaining. With the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, there's a 3 of Cups energy here. You're close. You know, you can't really totally see like where this, all of this transition is like really taking you or taking someone or something you care about, but you're just trusting the process. The 7 of Swords being there though, with the 2 of Wands, I feel like that you got 3 sevens, by the way, 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. So sevens can be significant for you. The 7 of Swords feels a little dicey here, and I feel like you're trying not to engage with it. Some of you, this is like whispers of the ego, your own ego, like whispers of fear, a little anxiety potentially, but I feel like you're not engaging in that so you can stay focused. So you can stay focused on the present moment and allow this shift or this transition to do what what it needs to do, right? Essentially, even if it's about someone you care about and you're looking out for them, okay? There's a lot of patience that you're being asked to have here as well. Yeah, I just feel like you're ignoring the 7 of Swords. Some of you, the 7 of Swords is whispers from other people, and you're trying not to listen to them or what they have to say. Some of you, to the extent of like, if this is like, how do I want to say? Like if this is like something that is for you, right? Something that's supposed to like get you to your own like sense of joy or fulfillment with the 10 of Cups, like a work thing or a project thing or something like that. You may also be aware that like you can't really talk about it a lot, which is also you protecting it and looking out for it because of what other people may try to say or what other people may try to do. It's very hush hush, Leo. This is very like keep like hush hush. This is like very much like, where's my cub? Where's my cub? Okay, my cub's here. Okay, I got my cub here. My cub's here. Okay, I just gotta like keep going. Okay, I just gotta like allow things to happen. Wait, don't get too far from me. It's like you've got a handle on whatever this is, very close handle, not in a like overly controlling way, but in a you're keeping it close to your chest. You're keeping it close in your focus because you know you need to. It's very elusive, but I think you know what this is and how it applies to you. Okay. Sagittarius. There you are. The timestamps today. You and Capricorn. So Saggy, you have 144:44. Capricorn had 111:11. Saggy, which one are we using? Glow in the Dark Tarot? Yeah, that's right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, interesting. I don't know if this is gonna be part of your main message here. This may just be a channeling that someone needs confirmation about. Um, I think you're aware. If this is your message, you already are aware of this. This would just be confirmation. Uh, you got out of like the clutches is what they're giving me the word clutches. You somehow escaped the clutches of somebody or a situation. Like this could be a really bad job, right? For example, or this could be like a jealous friend, a crazy person. Like I don't know why I want to say that one. A crazy person. I don't know. That's how it's feeling. Like you were almost in the trap or you were almost in the clutches and you got out. And it's funny because I think you did because I'm getting a little like like I'm getting a little like hi I got away, getting a little bit of that. Um but just shit on the bottom. That's just funny. Um I don't think that's part of the main reading here. I just think someone needed confirmation of that. It's making me laugh. It's literally like, I got away. Haha. Anyway, Sagittarius. Uh, Sagittarius. That almost turned into a belly laugh. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius, please? For Sagi's high is good. CJ. Hey CJ, aloha. Just tapping in. Where are we? We're in Sagittarius. We did Earth already, and then we're gonna do water and then probably do air. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius, please? For Sagi's high is good. Music is coming up very strongly. Some of you may feel inclined to pick up a new instrument. I was getting some interesting, like violin is coming up, trumpet. Never think of the trumpet. So you guys may be feeling like it'd be fun to pick up an instrument or pick one back up, is what I'm hearing. Just getting a lot of music references here. Sagittarius. Any other messages or insights for Sagittarius? Yeah, okay. So Saggy, so some of what I was getting a little bit in that beginning message of you got away. I feel like you're really I want to say your gifts and your talents. It's like it's also just passion, but like you're really focusing like how to just use your energy for yourself and not allow other people to use it is coming through pretty strongly. Or like not allow people to take advantage of you. Some of you it's that extreme. I'm just getting this feeling of like people dipping like their hands in your jar is what I'm getting. And the jar being just like anything that's about you, like your money, your time, your skills, your talents, your magic, your space. Like if you have a jar that contains just anything having to do with you and your energy and your resources, it's like I feel like there have been people or maybe just one person trying to like dip their hand in there and keep their hand in there. And I feel like you are really claiming your jar. You're like, my jar for my fun, for my life, for my things. It's making me think of Winnie the Pooh. Random, I know. Sag, any other messages or insights for Sag, please? And again, that could be so many things. So, it doesn't just have to be an energetic thing. It could literally be like maybe someone like wanted to be in your space a lot. Maybe someone wanted to use your, I don't know, your car. Maybe someone wanted to use your expertise. Could be anything. I feel like you're looking at your jar. I know it's supposed to be a cup that the Queen of Cups is looking at, but I feel like you're literally looking at your jar here as the Queen of Cups and the Hanged Man and really acknowledging like what's all in there. What is all in my jar? Is something missing? Do I need to reclaim something back? This can be about someone stealing something from you, like legit, like stealing money, whatever, right? It's your honey jar. It's your Saggy honey jar. Yeah, you're sitting there with it. You're sitting there with it and you're trying to like really get into like what is my honey jar? What is it? And is there anything missing? And what can I do to reclaim that? Some of you are going to be going through some reclaiming your energy if you haven't already. I'm also getting violet flame with that too. Ten of Cups. Ooh, with the Nine of Cups at the bottom. I like it. I love the messages that come in a Sag reading. They're always so playful. Most of the time they're playful. Um, as you're examining your honey jar, the 10 of Cups here, especially with the 9 of Cups, which is also Ace of Cups, which I think in this reading is like the Ace of Cups is your honey jar. That's what the Queen of Cups is looking at, right? Anyway, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups is your enjoyment of your honey jar and who's allowed to engage in that energy with you, who's allowed to engage in that space with you. But even within that, I don't feel like it's like letting them dip into your jar. It's like we all gather our jars and come to the party together, right? Right? And we're eating out of our own jars, but we're all hanging out together. It's that kind of vibe. It's interdependence, right? It's I'm a person, you're a person with your own stuff, and we get to share space and it's fun and it's cool, right? It's the epitome of healthy relationships, right? Is what I'm gathering with that. But yeah, it's like you're also realizing to do this, it's like you need to really take stock of your jar and make sure it's in good standing and nothing's missing from it, that you can reclaim it if need be. A lot of water here, Sag. A lot of water, which a lot of water has been coming up for the fire signs. We have Cancer and we have a lot of Pisces. Anything else for Sagittarius, please? Oh, and now we got Scorpio. Scorpio came to the party. Ace of Wands on the bottom. Oh, Sag, I love this for you. So a couple things. Actually, a few things. So for people who are in a committed relationship, there's a really nice deepening going on with you and your person. And I also want to say there's a nice like reignition going on here with the Ace of Wands. Like there's new energy being infused into your relationship. And it just feels really good. It feels really good. It feels really clean. It feels like it's in a good vibration because of this reclaiming of your own jar. Your person could be doing this as well. For some of you, this also is going to expand to family, right? And this is also for people who are single, by the way. I'm getting like tribe, right? Your tribe, your circle, your chosen family, your bio family, that there's a nice harmonization happening here. And it's like there's a lot like new love, new passion that's being infused into your tribal space and your community space. Space is coming up a lot and your relationships. But again, it's as a result of being accountable and reclaiming your own honey pot, your own honey jar, and having that be just for you and other people's honey jars being just for them. It doesn't mean that you're not open and exchanging energy with people. That's not it. It's like you're understanding the line, you're discerning the line between sharing and engaging with people versus letting people take from your jar, right? In that way. Now, for my single people, some of you, this could be about a potential relationship that could be deepening to the next level in a romantic way. But I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting community, tribes, like close friends and family, loved ones, and I'm also getting romantic partnerships here. Okay. Some of you may realize you actually want to expand your family, like a family addition, which could be in many ways, right? Fur babies, children, and other alike. Can I get another card for my Saggies, please? Am I taking these? No. Can I get a final card for Sagittarius? Thank you. Oh, the sun, the only non-water card. You have water, 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 fire. Wow, look at that. Look at that, Sag. That's cool. The sun is joy. It's new beginnings, right? New energy being infused into all of this for you. And illumination. It's happiness. It's this is a really amazing read, and this is a good time to be a Sag, apparently. But again, this is all a result of you taking accountability and reclaiming your honey jar, even if that means you got to reclaim your energy back from certain people and situations. All right. Very nice. Okay. Where's my pen? Oh, there it is. All right, let's do water next. Okay. Water signs. Oh, my nose is so itchy right now. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's going on for my water signs here? Some of y'all need some fun. They literally just showed me a theme park. Some of y'all need to get out there and have some fun, congregate with some friends, okay? If that's hard for you, who else had this? Like getting out in public spaces a little bit more. I think that was in the Earth reading. Even if it's just like being around the energy of fun, it's okay to engage in those spaces solo if you don't have anyone to do it with. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Hey, Donjay. I don't think I've seen you before, and maybe you're new. All right. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For my water signs, any messages of insights or guidance for my water signs? Of course. Of course. Transformation. I mean, you know, we did just have the full moon Scorpio. So water signs, you'd be feeling that. Not to mention Scorpio is a big part of your collective energy as a water sign. But transformation, we know what transformation is about. It's change, it's evolution. Going from one thing to an next, morphing from one thing to an next, endings and beginnings for some people. I keep just getting reference to fun. It's interesting because, like, yes, transformation is here, but like my team keeps telling me it's about incorporating fun. So maybe we'll see why this card has come out for all of you. In some context, maybe you don't have room for fun, and maybe that's the change for you, is bringing more of that into the fold. Maybe you've done some work with your inner child, your sense of passion and play, creativity, all of that. I am getting the word freedom. But I just keep getting this encouragement to go out and have fun is what I keep getting with you. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into Cancer. We just got started on water signs, imagine. All right, Cancer. Oh, we're going to glow in the dark tarot for Cancer. Okay. What's going on for my Cancers? For Crabby Crabs. What's going on for Cancers? Getting very strong aqua for you, which is interesting. You could have aqua in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe something's going on in your house where you have Pluto transiting, which is Aquarius. Getting a little throat energy there, Cancer. Getting a little confession vibes with you. Someone could be confessing to you. You could be confessing to somebody. Confession doesn't always have to be bad, right? We can share things that we just normally don't. That's even confession. Confession doesn't have to be wrapped up in like, oh, I've been keeping this bad secret from you. It doesn't have to be wrapped up in guilt or shame. All right. I want to make that very clear. But it does feel like someone is like finally saying something or finally opening up about something, whether this is you or someone you know is opening up to you. Yeah, it does feel like getting something off the chest a little bit. Cancer. Any messages or insights for Cancer? Yeah, it's vulnerability. There's an increase in vulnerability here, Cancer, with you or someone you know. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Oh, no. We got all laggy. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, it looks a little better. Can you guys hear and see me okay? It really freaked out on my end as this card came out and I tried to talk about it. I need like a thumbs up or something. Crazy. It started lagging when you started coughing. Yeah. It's clear. Yes. Okay. Yes. All good. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Good. I was like, whoa, the energy. Yeah. So Cancer, I'm like afraid to put this card on the camera. Whether this is you or someone you know, It feels like someone has been really feeling some kind of way about some information, and they haven't been talking about it, whether it's you or someone else. And I feel like this is finally coming out. I feel like it's finally being said. And it just feels like fear and anxiety. And actually, I would say too, for some of you, there may be shame tied to this, like embarrassment more than anything. Okay. What else is going on for Cancer? Oh, who is this reminding me of? It's like I think this was in the Earth reading. It's reminding me of one of the Earth readings. Yeah, Queen of Cups. There's your card. So I'm gonna stop saying if it's for you or someone else. You know if it's for someone else and if it's not for you. Okay. So just to not confuse anybody as we continue the reading, for now, I'm just gonna say like this is you. But if you know it's someone else, you know it's someone else. Okay. But I'm looking at an energy of somebody who has been really struggling with this, like really struggling with this and really keeping this like close to their chest. And like I want to say at times, even being in denial, or it's like just kind of trying to live with it and not fully look at it at times. But now I feel like there's no more not looking at this. Like we need to look at this. We need to like feel this. We need to acknowledge this. And I want to say it's a fear. It's a fear or it's a source of shame. Like it's one of the two is what I'm gathering. And it's really impacting somebody on an emotional level, mental too with the Nine of Swords, but also emotional. Like I want to say someone's sleep is like has been weird. Dreams have probably been really weird for this person. Um, I'm hearing in and out. Their intuition may also be in and out because like this is taking up so much energy and space for them and causing a bit of an imbalance for them. It's hard for this person to be grounded with whatever it is they've been struggling with. But they're finally really looking at it because I feel like they don't have a choice, to be honest. It feels like getting pushed into a corner to really look at this and acknowledge this. And I get to the point to speaking on it, I want to say. Yeah, Four of Cups, and that's the in and out. They look at it, then they don't. They look at it, then they don't. They look at it, and then they don't. But again, this is a very contained energy, very contained within the self. Whoever this is, they do not talk about this, especially because they struggle with it so much. Some of you, this is somebody who could even taken distance from you. Like this suffering person, I'm going to say the suffering person. This suffering person also at times takes space from people because deep down they're really not okay because of whatever this is that they're not being honest about. Whoa. Am I taking these? No. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. This landed on the Nine of Swords. So this is part of what the fear and or shame is tied to. It's tied to the Knight of Pentacles. It's tied to devotion, which is interesting. It's tied to devotion. It's tied to commitment. It's tied to diligence. It's tied to work, even for some people. But the Knight of Pentacles is how we are loyal and how we are consistent, how we are predictable, how we are reliable, how we show up, how we dedicate, right? To something that matters to us, how we show up every single day. That's the source or the theme of what this person's shame or fear is about. Maybe how they didn't do this. I want to say where they fumbled, actually. So, Cancer, I'm starting to get the feeling this is someone you know, not you. Okay. Okay. If it's you, you know. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this is somebody who knows that they were lacking integrity, that they lacked integrity and they lacked loyalty in a situation, maybe even with you. They were not the Knight of Pentacles. They were Knight of Pentacles in reverse. For some people, this is an energy of I didn't uphold my word. Can I get one more in the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? This could also be somebody realizing that they really struggle to, oh, geez. This could also be realizing that, like someone realizing that they actually are not trustworthy. Maybe that they broke your trust. Again, if this is all your energy, you know. I'm also getting that too. Page of Swords. I feel like this is someone coming into awareness of this about themselves. That either they're not reliable, they're not trustworthy, they're not dedicated, they're not devoted, they're not loyal. Don't know if I said that. But also with like the Page of Swords being here at the Knight of Pentacles around their fear and their shame. I keep getting it's also about like the way they communicate, almost like their word doesn't mean anything because they can't follow through with what they say. Or they broke some sort of promise. Wow. As I say promise, we get the Star card. Promise and wish, it's like, and hope is like they're very akin here. But that's what I'm getting with this person. Let's keep going in the reading here. Let's kind of get off that Nine of Swords energy. Can we progress into the rest of the reading for Cancer? Anything else for Cancer? I'm also getting something else here about you, Cancer, because again, I feel like this is about someone else you know. I'm starting to get something about you, but I want to get a couple other cards out here first. Cancer, I feel like you've also been this energy is like really pervasive. Can I get back into the energy for Cancer, please? You may be feeling this person. You may feel this person or sense this person, especially if this is somebody who like broke a promise or like didn't have integrity with you, didn't show up right, or like lacked trust with you. Like they were not a safe person or safe space for you. They were not reliable for you. I want to say they probably hurt you. I'd be shocked if they didn't in some way. You may feel them or sense them even thinking about you or dealing with all of this like kind of stuff. All right. But anyway, I'm trying to get back into you and your energy. Something else that I'm gathering with you. I'm hearing percolating. Something's percolating. This could be ideas. You could be having some interesting ideas right now that are like building upon themselves. I feel like there's an energy building within you or for you. It feels good though. It feels good. Some of you are just getting some energetic reserves back. I want to say recovering, and that's the energy that's building. It's just like your sense of vitality. You're like, oh, I can go and live in the world right now, and it feels good to do so. Some of you, it's just that. But some of you, it's ideas, and the ideas are building and building into something bigger. Some of you, it's like a bigger vision is coming into the forefront. You're capable of it. Believe that you're capable of it. Believe that you're capable of it. That's coming through really strongly. If you can dream it, you can do it. I almost want to say to you. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can have it. I know in our world, there's a lot of things to say, nah, but I feel the need to say that to you. It's just something I'm getting for you. Getting back into the reading here. Can I get 2 more cards for Cancer? Forgiveness is good. I keep getting pulled back on this person's energy. Forgiveness is a good thing. All right, it is. It's important to be able to do that. And it's not always easy as humans to forgive. Also speaking as a Scorpio, where like forgiveness, what's that? I just want to say like, hold on to yourself with this person hanging around energetically. Cause like, I can feel how much they're like, I'm getting sucked in. And you're a sponge, you're Cancer, you're a vessel. That's what Cancers are. Cancers are emotional, energetic vessels. That's what they are. Try not to get sucked into their energy too much and hold on to yourself if you have a conversation with this person about this. Okay. All right. A couple other cards, please, for Cancer. Beautiful. Ace of Cups coming out here. I love that for you. It's reminding me of Sag, actually. Right? The cup, especially with the Queen of Cups being here as well. like acknowledging what's stirring within you, what's building within you. Final card, please, for Cancer. Cancer, I do feel like you're going to have yeah, beautiful. Nice. Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I feel like I want to say a dream is percolating. Like, I want to say some sort of hope or dream is like coming into the forefront of your awareness as a possibility for you. And it's something that feels really good and exciting. I think you should. If you can dream it, you can do it. Why not? Some of you, this is a desire to travel. I'm getting that as well. And just to have some different experiences, kind of like get out of like the mundane, get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And I want to say try life on a little bit. Try life on for size. But this other energy that I'm sensing, oh God, my nose. Oh, I feel like there's a window here to practice forgiveness with this person. Free will, whatever you want to do about that. They're pulling on the energy so hard, it's distracting as a reader who don't even know who this is to you. Okay. So if you want to, cool. I think there could be some nice healing there for you and for them, especially if this person hurt you. Some of you didn't take this person personally. Some of you didn't take their actions personally. That tells me you either have a lot of experience with people being like this with you, or you've known this person a very, very long time, like a family member. Some of you, there's a family member. Do what you will with that, Cancer. It's up to you. Let's move on to Scorpio. Oh, he's so cute when he's sleeping. Okay, anyway, Scorpio, sorry. All right, Scorps. Where are we going, Scorps? Oh, we're going unicorns. Okay. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? For Scorpio's highest good? What's going on for Scorpio? Feel like you're in dreamland. So kind of like a little bit like Cancer, where there was like percolating of some like kind of fun, dreamy, imaginative energy. Some of you could actually be like having a lot of intense dreams as well. It's given me like being in the galaxy. It's given me being in the realms, and having your focus there is what it feels like. Be mindful of escapism. I don't think that this is relating to escapism, but I could see it easily teetering in that direction. But I feel like you're playing with imagination right now, which is nice. That's like it doesn't come through a lot in Scorpio reads. Getting like lots of purples, lots of pinks. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? For Scorpio's highest good. Yeah, I almost feel like you're like literally just like pure Neptune energy right now. That's very cool. So say that. The moon, which in this deck, in tarot, the moon is Pisces, which I always find fascinating. But we do associate the moon with Cancer as well. And the moon is kind of dreamy. It can be kind of illusionary. It is kind of elusive and mysterious. And I do feel like that's where you're at. You're in the energy of the moon and you're just kind of playing there is what it does feel like. You're playing with it. You're playing with mystical energy. You're playing with imagination, and you're just kind of letting yourself play in formless energy, even psychic energy, right? And you're just there. Am I taking these? No. Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Okay. All right. I swear they just look like babies sometimes. Any other messages or insights for Scorpio? Interesting, Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. With the moon, we do have the Two of Wands. Normally, I would read this as somebody who's like feeling kind of confused and uncertain about some choices to make. And maybe you have been there, Scorpio. Maybe you have. But I actually feel like you're actually using the moon, like your intuition, right? Your intuition and your ability to kind of play with this kind of energy to kind of dictate your path a little bit. It feels like you're putting a lot of trust and faith in your own intuition and psychic energy, but also in your creative energy. And you're just kind of, thank you. You're playing with the formless energy until it takes form. Ace of Pentacles, form, material, physical. That's what I'm getting with you. It's kind of fun. It's like fun, and it's like, what are you doing? But yeah, yeah. Some of you are doing some energy work. Some of you are doing some like magician like things, but you're like free falling into moon, psychic, emotional, intuitive, spiritual energy. And you're just in it. You're just in it for the ride until something takes form with it. And you're just trusting it. And it looks like it will take form for you. Anything else for Scorpio? Oh my God. Scorpio, hanged man. Yeah, you're just like in pure Neptune vibes. Um, I would be curious, like what Neptune's doing in your houses or in your chart. And we know Neptune is in Aries 1 degree right now. So I check if you have any placements there, any angles there, or just like what Neptune would be doing for you. But the hanged man being Pisces, hanged man is like a standstill, but you're not standing still. It's like I keep getting this feeling like Scorpio, your material world feels paused, but you don't feel paused. It's so interesting. It's like you're just kind of, your material world is what it is, but you're so active in this like non-physical way. And it does feel creative, and it's like the epitome of Neptune Aries, right? It's creative and it's fun, but you're just hanging out there again until something takes shape. On the bottom, we have the sun now, the moon and the sun. Things will take shape, things will take form, and things will also come into view, is what I'm getting to. And you know that. So you're just trusting. You're just letting yourself be here until playing in these energies takes the form of something real in your reality. Like again, some of you are just doing some hardcore manifesting here. It's a very interesting read. Anything else for Scorpio? Some of you may have struggled with the unknown factor a little bit. Maybe this is also what caused you to kind of trust these energies a little bit more. Some of you may have struggled in recent past, maybe recent months, with some sort of like decision making or just your material world in general. So it's kind of like you said, fine. I just won't. Just like, yeah, it's gonna give me that vibe of like certain things weren't working. So you just said, F it. If this isn't working, I'm just gonna not. I'm just gonna try something else or do something else or just be. And I think that's how this might have started for you, Scorpio. You just started being, and now you're just playing and engaging in very like non-physical things and non-physical energies, non-physical ways. And that is helping something to take shape. I want to say in the right timing for you. Haven't seen you in forever. Where you been? I've been here. I never went away. The algorithm might have made you think I went away. I've continued to be here. I've been here day in, day out. Yeah, Scorpio. Wow. If that doesn't say it all. Fool with the high priestess and the king of pentacles. Literally, you as the high priestess. Again, more Pisces. Shit ton of Pisces energy here for you. Neptune energy. Being in the high priestess, being in the engaging in these non-physical energies, playing with the formless, right? In a way where you are trusting. You're trusting that process fearlessly until something takes shape, until you can do something very tangibly in your environment, in your reality. Again, you may feel like your material world hit some sort of a pause or just like delay or just a wall even. I want to say you shifted gears. This may be why this card was also coming out for water signs, at least for you. You shifted your focus. You shifted how you were operating. You said, F the physical. I'll just be in the non-physical until the physical makes sense. It's kind of giving me that a little bit. Very cool. All right. Very cool. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that wants to be clarified. I don't think so. Feels like a very clear-cut reading here. All right, yeah, let's move on. By the way, I don't know if you guys have been feeling this today. I've had a lot of extra deja vu today. Even me saying that, I feel like I've already had this conversation with you guys. I always look at that as a positive sign of changing times. But it is trippy the amount of deja vu I've had today. Okay, Pisces. Rider Waite? Yeah, I think Rider Waite. Okay. Turn on notifications for live. Yes, yeah. So, okay. So for those who I haven't said this in a long time about YouTube and stuff. Anyone that you enjoy watching, whether it's me, other readers, other kinds of content, always take some time every once in a while to double check that you're still subscribed to them and that your notifications are on, not just on the app, but also on your phone. Okay, on your devices. You need to check both, because there are times when people shut off certain notifications for certain apps. So it's you're waiting for notification, but of course it's not going to come if it's off on your phone settings. But also making sure that your notifications are on the YouTube app itself will also obviously dictate what notifications you're getting, and also what kind, because you can have none, you can have all, or you can have some. And it does change sometimes because, things be funky, right? So just make sure you do that from time to time with all the people that you enjoy watching. All right, Pisces. Any messages or insights for Pisces? For Pisces highest good. What's going on for my fishies? Oh, itchy nose. Pisces. Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? I'm getting literally the word gold. Maybe you're buying gold. It just happens when I channel a lot after a while. But gold is coming through very strongly, probably as a frequency, also a good color for you at this time. Oh, Eight of Swords, Pisces, what's going on? Gemini energy coming through for you. Jupiter is still square the North Node in Pisces. So Jupiter being in Gemini and North Node being in your sign, Pisces. Interesting. Felt the need to mention that to you. But Eight of Swords can be limiting beliefs. It could be feeling trapped or stuck, even scared at times. I'm actually getting this feeling of powerless. Maybe this is why gold would be a good color for you at this time. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a powerless energy. What's going on for Pisces? My glasses are dirty again. For my people who wear glasses, I don't know how this constantly happens. I clean these literally right before I went live, and they're super dirty again. How did that happen? I feel like I haven't touched them really. Anyway, Pisces. Look at you working on the gold coins. Yeah, the gold, the yellow gold is standing out quite a bit. Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, 2 8s. 2 8s out of 2 cards, all right? Some of you are feeling powerless in terms of your career or your money situation or your ability to do something. This is strong solar plexus energy for you. Sorry, so sorry. As I burp. Yeah, strong solar plexus emphasis here for you. I'm getting capability with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is the work we put into things. It's how we forge. It's how we master. It's the actual physical labor and time and resources that go into creating or stabilizing things. Also why it's a career card. And it's almost like you're feeling some kind of way about that. A part of you or ways of doing that, again, could even be just purely with your work situation, but it's almost this feeling like you don't have control over something. But I think you do, actually. I think what you think you don't have control over, you do have control over. Pisces. There are a lot of things we can't control in this world, but we control us. We control ourselves. And that's what I think you need to realize, that you think something is out of your hands or out of your capability, but it's completely within your control. Oh, The Sun and the Knight of Cups. I'm very curious to clarify these for you. Your card, the Knight of Cups coming out. This is the Pisces court card. Um, it does kind of feel like you will recognize that the answer, the solution, is just doing it. It's like get on your horse and go is kind of what's coming to mind here. So this is about the investment of your energy. Okay. When we just had the Eight of Pentacles out here, I was like, oh, this feels kind of just career related. And some of you it is. But with the Sun being out here with the Knight of Cups, it's more about investment. You're afraid of investment. You're afraid of investing either energy, labor, time, or money. But I want to say in something that you want, in something that you actually feel called to with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is how we take action from the heart, how we take action from the soul, right? Being soul led, being heart led, being vulnerable, being compassionate, being empathetic, love, coming from love. Hmm. Now, Pisces, I know that you guys kind of get the rap for being, lackadaisical. We'll say, I think is a good word for that. You have Magician at the bottom. You're perfectly capable of this. I think there's something deeper going on here, Pisces. I think there's something deeper going on here because here we have clear as day that you are, in fact, capable of getting on your horse, doing what you feel led to do, and investing or putting the time into something that you care about, maybe even a relationship for some of you. This is screaming, I can't do that. I can't do that. And yeah, some of you, it's a self-esteem confidence thing, but I'll be honest, Pisces, I'm almost wondering if it's a like, I don't want to give my energy, time, and money and resources. I'm getting a little bit of that. I am. I'm getting a little bit of that. Like, even if it's for something you want, I'm almost getting a like, I don't want to give that much energy, is kind of how it feels. So I'm getting a couple layers here. So take it as you will. It's not for everybody. But you're the Magician. You're perfectly capable of anything. Okay. With this card coming out here at the bottom. What's the Knight of Cups headed towards? Am I taking these? No. What's the Knight of Cups headed towards for Pisces? What is it that Pisces is feeling called to invest in? Pisces, this might be a vice versa reading. I'm just saying. We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm getting a few things here. Some of you are being called to actually invest in your own stability, to invest in your own, like, I want to say financial standing. And it does feel like an investment. It could be like health things for some of you. It could feel it's like giving me I keep getting work. I keep getting work, money, career sort of thing. Some of you, this is about becoming self-employed versus working for someone else. So there's that. But also, some of you, this is like being called to invest in a person, someone who could also be self-employed. Okay. So take it as you will, but Pisces, for some of you, this is a vice versa reading. Like this is actually someone else's energy about investing in you. And they don't know if one, they're capable. But to be honest, I'm getting more of a like, ooh, giving that much. That's honestly what I'm feeling deep down underneath that for those where it's about someone feeling called to invest in you. It's like their willpower is just not there. But for those where it's not about that, where it is more about like, hey, invest in yourself, right? Invest in your financial situation, invest in your health, in your body, invest in expanding your resources, expanding maybe even like, your financial savings. Some of you with the Queen of Wands, it's also about investing in your own confidence. I'm getting a little bit of glow up there too for some of you. Just like overall improvement of what makes you feel more solid and taken care of in your own life. So those are two ways I'm getting this, Pisces. So it's up to you. You already know that it's what you want, right? You already know. You know what it's going to require. It will require a lot, but you're worth it. This is self-investment. You're totally worth it. If it's about investing in someone else, you clearly feel drawn to invest in them in some for some reason or another. So it's up to you. You either are going to realize you are worth it, you're worth the time and the investment, or you're going to get very honest with yourself as to why you feel hesitant to invest in this person. Is it about them? I can't shake it, Pisces. Or is it that you don't want to sacrifice something of yourself? That's how it's feeling. Like I'm getting a little bit of like a narrative of like, oh, I don't want to share that much of what I have or my bandwidth, or oh, I don't want to give this up just for that. Like, I'll be honest, it's giving a little bit of a stinginess, maybe even a little bit of selfishness, greediness, a little bit. That's not for all of you. You know who you are. It's just what I'm sensing for the investing in someone else group. Okay. And for that, I think most of you, it's someone else feeling that way about you. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to the final element. Air. I don't think we well, not never, but very rarely does air go last. All right. Let's get an overall card for air, please. For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Dragons are coming up for my air signs. Oh, as a giant flock of birds goes flying by. Interesting. So air signs, birds, dragons, flocks, maybe synchronistic for you. All right, air signs. Can I get a card for my air signs, please? What's going on for my air signs? Messages or insights for air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're bringing up time very strongly with you. This could be the notion of like time management, divine timing. They're kind of one and the same sometimes, right? Like sometimes the best time management is to also allow for leniency of spontaneous flow within managing things in time. I hope that made sense. That was kind of Yoda speak. What's going on for my air signs? Oh, interesting. Dragons and birds. And we have a caged woman here. And we have birds in the background with freedom. Air signs. It might be time to fly. If you dare. That's almost what I want to say. I want a second card. Let's get a second card here for my air signs. It's kind of what I'm getting. Like a little bit like you're free when you decide to be free. You're free when you decide to take on what it means to be free. It does feel like a level of responsibility to be aware of that. Like with more freedom comes more responsibility to maintain that freedom. Interesting. We have family. It's reminding me of the flocks. More birds in the background too. We have travel at the bottom. Air signs, that family card feels heavy. So air signs, I'm getting a few things here with you guys. Okay. One being very obvious that certain people that you surround yourself with don't actually facilitate your sense of personal freedom, and that it's time for a change in those dynamics, whether that's through conversation or even you changing your own behavior and how you approach these dynamics by prioritizing your personal freedom and just basically embodying that and being like, this is me, this is who I am, right? That could be about family expectations of others. It just feels like a lot of devilish restriction, okay? So maybe this is about prioritizing your flock, other birds or dragons, whichever one resonates for you, by spending some time with them, maybe even actually traveling to engage with them, see them, deepen those relationships, and remember, thank you, to remember who you are. To remember who you are, actually, is what I'm getting with that. To remember who you are. There was one more thing that was coming through as well. The right people. Thank you. For some of you who feel like you don't exactly have a solid community or tribe, family, whatever, maybe some of you guys feel kind of isolated. For those who feel kind of alone, we'll say, part of you being able to attract in or meet or encounter your true flock, so to speak, is by embracing your personal freedom and having the courage to do that, whatever that means. Whether that requires some physical movement of just like getting out there more. Doesn't have to be like full on leaving the country or anything. Could just be more physical movement, engaging with the world more, trying different things. It could, of course, be traveling and like physically moving your home. It could come with that as well. But I'm also getting that it's like the key to being with people like you is by allowing yourself to be free in who you are, right? That's how you attract them in. So those are different things that I'm getting here. Oh, it's a lot. No wonder you guys went last. It's like, well, I'll go on for my air signs. Let's start with Gemini. Okay. Oh, okay. Gemini, you're getting Rider Waite today. Gemini, any messages or insights for Gemini, please? For Gemini's high is good. Yeah, the birds. Blue Jay came in really strong with you. Blue Jay. You could be seeing Blue Jays. Robins. Robins are sorry, coming through too. I'm starting to get nasally in your energy. Blue jays, robins, so many birds, crows, canaries. Okay, birds, we get it, birds. It's like birds. Those are coming through though. Whoa, deja vu. I swore it was Saturday for a second. Like I feel like I kind of like blipped into Saturday really quickly and came back. That was really weird. Oh, the day. Gemini, any messages or insights for Gemini, please? For Gemini's highest good. Some of you guys could be having moments like that. We were talking about this too the last few weeks of like waking dreams. Oh, Gemini, look at you. 2 nights for the twins, one for each twin. Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Okay. I like this. It's very grounded. It's very practical. It's very real. It's very solid. It's very intentional. There's also some emotional, spiritual energy behind this. So it's kind of reminding me of Pisces, actually, a little bit of like being on your horse and going, being on your horse and being ready. Virgo, Pisces also being here, also noting that these are part of the nodal energies right now, right? North node Pisces, South node Virgo. It feels, thank you. God, there's a bigger message here, Gemini. Gemini, you're doing a very good job at balancing the two. You're doing a very good job at balancing the physical, the non-physical, the practical, and the dreamy, right? The fantastical, the imaginary, the creative. You're doing a good job at balancing both. The other thing I want to say here too is that it feels like you're doing a good job at, how do I want to say this? Well, balancing like your light and your shadow, for lack of a better word, to be honest with you. I keep getting pulled back to the North node and the South node, like karma dharma kind of, right? Light, shadow. It's like lower frequencies, higher frequency, like, these polarities. You're doing a good job of balancing your polarity right now, Gemini. I think that's all that needs to be said in all the ways. But it's also very clear that you have a focus. You have a focal point. What is this focal point, Gemini? That you feel very grounded with, very clear on, and very balanced with. Both twins are on board, so to speak, for you with this. What is the focal point for you? Ooh, King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Again, I just keep getting like you're very balanced in your polarity right now. But with King of Pentacles being your focus point or your focal point is on long-term security and stability. Some of you are really focused on your money situation. I'm also hearing the future, legacy, 10 of Pentacles vibes too there. So yeah, you're very focused on what can I do right now in the present to secure my future, to put myself where I want to be down the line. Some of you, this is also with someone else in terms of commitment, but I feel like it's really more about what you want for you. Okay. Even if it benefits people you care about. Anything else for Gemini? I love that you had 2 nights show up like that. So Gemini. Hmm. Interesting. This feels recent. This feels recent, Gemini. Maybe you're just moving past this energy. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Four of Swords. I'm just again noticing the polarity. Two sevens, two knights. Pentacle seems to be the overarching element for you, which is Earth, the material plane. I feel like there's a little internal battle going on here, Gemini, with the Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Seven of Pentacles. Because it's like on one hand, this is you kind of taking space to get clear on what you want, right? What you want with this focal point and how you want to like focus your energy, focus your intention, focus just like your efforts on, right? But the Seven of Wands, I'm getting a little frustrated there with the Seven of Wands energy with you. There's a determination. You have some fire you're working with, but it feels frustrated. It's almost like this is the energy you're in to get very balanced here and very intentional here for your overall focal point. But it feels frustrating. It does. It feels almost angry. But the Seven of Pentacles is definitely like getting plans together, evaluating what do I have? What do I need? How do I do this? How do I do that? If I really want to do like work with my present to secure my future, what does that mean now? What am I capable of? Do I have the space for this? Do I not have the space for this? I keep getting frustrated though, but I think you're going to work through this if you're finding yourself here. It's almost like the twins are battling a little bit to get very clear on this, to get clear on the bigger picture. Anything else for Gemini? For a second, I didn't want to call you Gemini. I wanted to call you something else, but the other word wasn't there. Gemini. Any other messages or insights for Gemini, please? Oh, oh, yeah. No wonder you're taking some time here. So, oh, sorry, guys. Excuse me. So, Gemini, whenever this comes to pass, right? This Knight, King of Pentacles focus being balanced in your focal point, it's going to come after this. Okay. Death, Hierophant, and the Hanged Man. This is driving this. This is driving the need to get clear and balanced and refocused. Okay. It does kind of feel like coming up with like a good, solid plan of action is what it feels like in terms of money and finances and long-term security. With Death and the Hierophant with the Hanged Man, some of you are definitely going through some sort of like major shift with your obligations. I want to say your obligations and your contracts, some of you actual work. Hierophant can be literally like what we are bonded to, what we are contracted to, what we must oblige, what we must live up to in some way, shape, or form, whether that's beliefs or actual like commitments. And I do feel like this is about commitment for you. Thank you. You are being freed here. So Gemini, some of you, this is happening very naturally. Some of you, this is being forced upon you. How do I want to say this? I feel like you're being liberated from some commitments that actually are not in your highest good right now. Some of you may take some time to recognize that. Some of you see that right away. All right. But I'm getting that very clearly. Like this Hierophant energy for you, it feels like there's a rigidity there. Hanged Man also kind of emphasizing that you don't really need to have in your life anymore. And Death is indicating that this is transforming for you. This is changing for you. Along with this is also going to come with a change of what you value in terms of commitments, right? What it gives back to you. What's the whole point of being in a commitment of some kind, right? Like what are the contract negotiations, so to speak, right? Like if you sign up for a job, how much is the pay? What are the benefits? Is this actually good in the long term, or is this more of a short term thing? Getting involved with somebody, right? It's like, does this relationship feel healthy? Does this actually feel good? Is this aligned to my values or not? Like you're getting a little bit more, I want to say mature in terms of when you decide to commit to something, you're looking at the full picture and implications of what these commitments entail, especially for the long term. Hence why you're getting put in this space of taking some time to get very clear and recalibrated on a plan of action and your priorities of what matters to you in terms of these commitments. And once you do, bloop, you're in alignment, you're in attunement, you're in balance. Keep doing this. You're in balance here as you get focused on becoming the King of Pentacles or securing your status or position as the King of Pentacles. Woo, very wordy. All right. Of course, Gemini, you would get me even extra wordy, wouldn't you? All right, 2 more signs. Libra. Libra. Where are we going, Libra? Unicorns. Okay. Libra. Any messages or insights for Libra? I feel like we've had a lot of weird food stuff coming up. I'm getting marshmallows. Maybe you have a sweet tooth. Maybe you got a soft spot for marshmallows. I don't know. I don't think I've had a marshmallow in like, I don't know, years. It's been a long time. Anyway, Libra. Any messages or insights for Libra? What's going on for Libra? Libra, I feel like you're doing your Libran thing. I feel like you're actually focused on, I am hearing beauty, actually. That card came out for one of the elements. I forget which one, but I'm sure someone here will put it in the chat or the comments below if you're watching after the fact. I feel like you're focused on putting a lot of beauty into your space, into your life, or just maintaining that. And that feels really good. Like some guys may be like redecorating a little bit, doing a little shopping, a little bit of skincare stuff I'm sensing, but like little things. It feels little, it feels simple, it feels easy of just like, how can I bring a little bit more like oomph into my life and just like in a way that feels pleasurable. Yeah, pleasurable and not expensive. That's what I'm hearing. And not expensive. Libra, any other messages or insights for Libra? Any other? Thank you. Yes, this is totally you. Oh, we got 6 of Cups at the bottom. King of Wands in the castle of the 10 of Pentacles. King of Wands is Leo, but that's another sign that likes some pleasure, doesn't it? And that's what I feel like you're doing. I feel like you are enjoying your life and your space, but in a way where, again, you're prioritizing beauty, you're prioritizing pleasure, but not in not overly extravagant ways, just very like easy, simple ways. So I feel like this is absolutely where you're at right now. You're in a state of enjoyment of what you already have and how you can make it a little bit better with not very much. They keep emphasizing the financials there. 6 of Cups being at the bottom. I do feel like there's some pleasure coming in with that too. 6 of Cups is more like nostalgic patterns, childhood, soul stirring energy, butterflies, a little giddiness and excitement. Ooh. Oh, is this why you're doing this, Libra? Are you doing a little primping? Are you expecting some company? 6 of Cups with the 2 of Cups. I just feel like you're enjoying your home. You're enjoying your home. You're enjoying your family. You're enjoying the little pleasures in life. You're just enjoying right now, and you're allowing yourself to do that. That feels really good. Some of you, it's because you have someone in mind. Some of you are engaging in things that remind you of your childhood or remind you of home. So again, little sources of pleasure. I'm curious. Ooh, Justice underneath that. I wouldn't be shocked if you got a little romance going on, Libra. It's very Libra. Anything else for Libra? Oh. 8 of Cups. Oh, we're going to get into this. Why is the 8 of Cups here? 8 of Cups is implying that you are detaching or letting go of something here. You're headed towards the Ace of Wands. Maybe this is like that like I keep getting this thing of like having it be easy or not expensive. Eight of Cups, when we get into that energy, we are detaching from either emotional weight, like baggage, memories, emotional ties to people, even expectations, but even beliefs. It's Saturn Pisces, even beliefs. Um, I do feel some of that for you in like the approach of easy and affordable, like experiencing pleasure in a way where it doesn't break the bank. Um, and I feel like you are shifting some habits and ways that you've gone about pleasure that maybe have put you in kind of a bad spot or maybe have been in excess, right? Because even with the King of Wands and Ten of Pentacles, that's a little bit more extravagant than I was feeling your energy. And I kind of felt the need to keep emphasizing like not so extravagant, right? Leo in a castle, that's that is kind of extravagant, right? And you're getting very clear on like what is pleasure, what is passion, and how can I really just engage with what that is for me without all the bells and whistles or without going over the top. Thank you. Yeah, it's like you're working with what you have to have the experience you want to have. If that makes any sense. Like to feel the experience, like to evoke the feelings that you're trying to attain here. Anything else for Libra? Starting to feel a heaviness. Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups. I feel like some of you guys are really missing some like family, some home vibes, some nostalgic energy here. There is something that I think is like tugging on you, but I keep getting like you're rewriting some patterns as well, where it's allowing you to be kind of nostalgic and it's allowing you to engage in these like old ways that you experience pleasure, but not in a way that actually um is like over the top or excess or indulgent or even unhealthy. But I keep getting like I feel like there's a person here for you because even with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups, that's a Two of Cups energy. And what you are also like craving or yearning for or feeling passionate by is the Six of Cups energy. There's something else here, Libra, and I can feel it. It's like it's in my heart space. It feels like a little anchor on my heart. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups. And I'm starting to feel kind of sad. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups for Libra. Some of you are missing your kids or grandkids. That's coming up too. High Priestess. So the energy is getting heavy, and I just want to explore this heaviness. We have High Priestess coming out here, also a card I didn't expect. With the Wheel of Fortune. Libra, in all of this, I feel like you have an awareness as well of how things are changing for you. And I want to say a few things here in terms of how you experience pleasure and beauty in your life. But I want to say in terms of family too. What's coming after the Wheel of Fortune? Like it's time for more of something and less of another thing. Moderation is huge here in your reading. Yeah, the Devil. I knew I felt that. That's the unhealthy patterns here. That's the unhealthy ways of experiencing pleasure. Your relationship to pleasure is changing, okay? In a big way. I feel like there's deeper things here though, and I kind of just want to sit in it with you. I'm also like getting like consuming, almost like less consuming and more, what's the word here? I keep getting pulled to the Six of Cups. Less consuming and more experiencing. That's interesting to say it that way, but it kind of like it even just makes me think of like social media, for example, right? Like the way we consume on our phones, the way we consume like, buying shit from Amazon and things like that instead of like using that time or that money or that energy to like go and sit in a park with friends, right? Some of you, it's about that. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're getting there, Libra. I was like, I knew I felt something real deep with you. It's like some of you, this is about that. Some of this is about consuming or consumerism even. And like, yeah, filling this void of wanting this with things that are easy, like buying things or excess, and recognizing the pattern and being like, you know, I really just miss home. I really just miss my family, or, I really just miss that person, or I really miss just like being at that place. And instead of just doing that or acknowledging that or being honest about it, it feels like there's some patterns here of overconsumption is what I'm getting, and indulgence and excess. Some of you are going to be consuming less and just existing and experiencing more. And I want to say with people and people that you love and care about. I'm hearing avoidance. Some of you, this is a pattern you learned as a child to avoid your feelings by consuming. Consuming anything, really. Can I get a couple other cards here for Libra? I feel I need to spend a lot of time with you guys. I mean, shit, this is like, that's a pattern a lot of people learn. Right? Feelings, I'm gonna go watch TV. Feelings, I'm gonna go eat something, right? Feelings, I'm gonna go to the mall. Let's see. Yeah, Libra. It's interesting. It took a while to get down here because I'm like, at first I was like, okay, you're enjoying, you're beautifying. It's very Libra. And I was like, cool. And then the Eight of Cups came out, and I'm like, I know something bigger is going on here. Something deeper is going on here. Some of you, this may have been quite a while in the making to get to the root of this. We have Three of Swords, Temperance, the Seven of Pentacles, and Judgment. This is totally working on this kind of stuff. Temperance is healing. I'm getting a little bit of like medical stuff. So some of you guys may also be working on your health. Maybe your health has taken a hit from these kinds of behaviors. That's for some of you, not all of you. But I keep getting two with money. Three of Swords and Temperance, like you're healing. You're healing. You're getting very real with this discomfort, right? And it's like, oh, I really just want this. And instead I've been going to A, B, C, D, E, or whatever, right? So maybe there's a little ego going on here, and I'm feeling that with the Devil and the Six of Cups. Like if you're missing a certain person or family or a place, some of you are just like almost not wanting to admit it. Maybe there's a fight or something, because it's like admitting it like out of spite is what I'm hearing. So some of you guys, that stands to be the case. But Seven of Pentacles and Judgment, this is just getting very real about these things for yourself and to put all of this in a healthier standing. Your relationship with how you manage your feelings, especially when you're missing people or places or feeling homesick, that's like a big one. Homesickness is also something that a lot of people in the spiritual community feel, because it's like, it's that feeling of being like disconnected from spirit or disconnected from home or like divinity in some way, that wholeness, right? The I am. Some people say star seeds only feel that. I don't ascribe to that. Anyway, so like when you get into like those kinds of feelings, right? There may be certain like coping mechanisms you go to. You're getting healthy about that. Some of you are getting healthy with your relationship with money, because of how you may have like overused that or relied on that too much to deal with certain things in your life. But I see overall that you're healing, and I do think that your health is also improving as a result of this, like your physical health. Your finances will improve too. It's feel like it's also a standard case too, like for some of you of we don't need as much as we think we do, right? That we can actually have a lot more happiness with a lot less. Some of you may be embracing minimalism too. It's a lot of layers here, Libra. Wow. Okay. Give you a hug. Aquarius, last but not least. Thank you, Divine Rose Garden. Actually, thank you all moderators. Thank you. I like to always like acknowledge you guys. Thank you for being on top of it. I know it takes some focus and some work, so I appreciate that. All right. Aquarius. What's going on for Aquas? Let's see. Doing glow in the dark tarot for Aquarius. Aquarius? Any messages or insights for Aquarius at this time? For Aqua's highest good, what's going on for Aquarius? The tower might come out for you. They're showing me a lightning bolt. Always just screams tower to me. Interesting. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius, please? For Aquarius's highest good. What's going on for Aquarius? Oh, judgment. Pretty close. Wow. Okay, Aquarius, look at you. We have 10 of Cups, Judgment, and the Sun. That lightning strike, it just feels like a knowing is what it feels like to me. I don't think anything's actually happening. It feels like a knowing, an acceptance, a judgment call, if you will, on happiness, on literal happiness. What makes you happy, Aqua? The illumination with the Sun and Judgment, I mean, that definitely feels like ding, 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 ding. Hello. Some of you may experience this as a wake-up call to what happiness really feels like and what really equates to happiness for you. Yeah, it's just how it's coming through. Some of this can be around who you surround yourself with, and I am getting that a little bit. Who you've chosen to surround yourself with and who actually feels better. Oh, thank you. Aqua, some of you, it's like it's a weird reality check of the people in your life, like people that you've maintained a little bit of distance with versus people that you kind of invited in. Some of you, it's like you're realizing, oh, we need to completely switch this. Where it's like I'm also getting this too. Some of you may be finding yourself having moments of like thinking about certain people that you don't spend a lot of time with or that you don't prioritize. And it's like there's a reason you're thinking about them, right? There's a reason they're in your awareness because it's like to me, it's feeling good. It's not feeling like, oh, that person. It's like, oh, that person. Oh, and like you may even find yourself like laughing. I'm getting like a little bit of giggles. Laughing at certain moments you've had with certain people, and it's just like it just hits you. Like, why do I not let those people in more? Why do I have so much distance with those people? Versus people that you have closer to you. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. A lot of new beginning energy around your reading, Aquarius. Am I taking these? Yes. Wow. Okay. Shit, look at you. Hold on. Come here. We have 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and the Fool. I feel like this is you just taking those steps to embrace the people that make you feel really good. People, places, things that put you in this place of the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, where you feel glowy, where you feel confident, where you feel radiant, where you feel good. And I want to say it's embracing the people that make you feel that way. Ace of Pentacles is still at the bottom. But some of you, it's also places. People who like uplift you, not like make you feel some kind of way. Some of this may be a particular person, and you're like, oh shit, they're part of my tribe. How did I not see that before? It does. It feels like a wake-up call. Can I get a card for Judgment for Aquarius? Can I get a card for Judgment for Aquarius? Some of you may be experiencing this in a reversed way where some person or people might be like, Aqua, I want to spend more time with you. How come we don't have lunch? How come we don't do this? How come we don't do that? Tell me about Judgment for Aquarius. No, okay. Can I get a thank you? On Judgment, we have the 3 of Wands energy. I keep feeling like your eyes have been like whoop, like your eyes have been pulled open here. 3 of Wands to me is a card of expectation, optimism, seeing what's ahead, seeing what's coming in, seeing the horizon, seeing what's available, what's possible, and a readiness to receive that. Yeah, Aqua, I mean, it's starting to get kind of circular, but you're just becoming very aware of what makes you feel like this and who makes you feel like this. And you're just kind of like, oh, duh. Hell yeah, I'm going to embrace them more. Hell yeah, I'll embrace this more. I feel like some of you, there's a person in your life that makes you feel really confident. Maybe they give you I'm getting compliments. Like, they might have Leo in your in their chart. You might have Leo in your chart. Getting strong Leo all of a sudden. Which I guess compliments are very Leo. Yeah, I feel like they give you compliments, or it's like, I don't know, they just respect you. They believe in you. And that feels really good. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool for Aquarius. Yeah, wow. Cool. The Fool, Six of Swords, and the Emperor. Look at you, Aqua, feeling all good and confident about yourself. Ready to take action, ready to embrace, ready to, yeah, just embrace everything that makes you feel really good. And I do want to say confident and radiant. Powerful, even. Powerful. Powerful. Even just saying that word, powerful. Can I get one more on the Emperor? No, the Sun. We're going to look at the Sun, and then I think we're going to close this out because it's like, it's starting to get very circular. Tell me about the Sun for Aquarius. Also Leo energy. Tell me about the Sun for Aquarius. For some of you, someone makes you feel very free. It's just recognizing who your people are. That's what this is. With the Sun, we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is my card of innocence. It's also my card of emotional like being very honest with your emotions and kind of a pure, like, not childish way, but just in a very pure, authentic, like soft, sweet, tender way. Aqua, I seriously think you are just becoming aware of like who really sees you for you and who like oh interesting. Who really see my voice is like cracking as I'm trying to say this for you. Something there. You're just having a wake-up call here of who really sees you for you and who genuinely likes you, okay? Who genuinely just likes you and believes in you, compliments you, cares about you. There's only one water card here, and it's two, the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups. A lot of fire here. But I want to say who makes you feel really damn good about yourself. And not that we should rely on people to make us feel that way, but I mean, it's here. It's here. There's something else here, though. I can sense it. Kind of like with Libra. I'm like, there's something deeper. I can feel it. There's something deeper. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. I said that was me the last card, and I can't help myself. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles for Aqua. Interesting. There's that space I was getting. The Four of Swords, the space that you create with people who make you feel really good. Maybe that's what it was too, Aqua. Like, right? When you're around people who really see you, who really care about you, who really believe in you, sometimes that's kind of intense, especially if you're not used to it, right? Sometimes it can feel kind of not safe, especially when you're not used to it. So maybe you've had a lot of distance with some of these people or this person because it just was a lot. But you're realizing why it's a lot. You're like, and you're realizing what a gift it is. I like this for you. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, Aqua. I don't think we need to dive any deeper. It will get very circular if it hasn't already. But anyway, that concludes Aloha Friday. I hope you guys have enjoyed the readings today. I certainly have. It's been a great time just spending time with you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend, a great Friday, and a great week. And you'll see me Monday. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. And thank you guys for the super chats as well. I really appreciate that. And sorry, not sorry for the 30-minute chat about hair and yoni steams. It was fun. All right, but I am going to go. Been healing from injuries and have been able to perform like that. Oh, a fellow comedian. Oh, you're a comedian. Oh, that's so cool. It's really touched my heart that he believes in me. Oh, that's really sweet. It's important to have people like that in our lives. It's important. It's that's family, right? That's family, that's friends. I've watched you on and off since you were titled Water Baby. You have a great gift and your energy is out of this world. We are blessed. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate you saying that. I was talking to patrons about this yesterday. It's been a wild 7 years and all of the little phases and stages, right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. But have a great weekend and a great night, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.